sinks in on
explodes.
It's very fast.
Oh no!
I need to show you a video of me doing stand-up badly because you showed one last time. And 3,
I tried to, but I was just so talented.
I know, yeah, you tried to.
Just like intangible red flag territory. Like he's not saying anything
Oh,
specific,
interesting.
But like just as he's talking, you're like, do not be in a room alone with this man.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, so we can all love each other. No.
All right, great. Okay, great. This is great. What about him is an intangible red flag? Is it a way he appears, way he talks, hand gestures?
Do you know what the word intangible means?
All right, I'm gonna go have a piss. Ashley, you're in charge.
I'm in charge. Bitches.
I went down on a juicy poozy, and
uh-oh, got a fart, and this chair's gonna make it reverberate. Hey, wait! Hey!
Oh no! Everybody else,
Hey!
What's going on? I'm just waiting for music. I thought you were getting music. Oh, I thought you were just getting
how
music.
my penis gets born.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Here's a shed.
The ice cream cones came with a little metal packet that is just full of sugar. It's just full of sugar to be poured into the cones.
I got what has the Japanese not gotten a hold of, perfected, and then when everyone was like, "You did it," they went, "And now we'll begin." And you're like, No! You fixed it. It was fixed. Do not break it. They're like, no. We got to break this.
I still have some more questions.
Go ahead.
John Hastings is on America's Got Talent for 5 minutes, and now he's got houses in L.A. and London.
That's right.
Yeah.
You kept a house in London?
Yeah, I've kept a house in London.
Update: not sugar.
There's no fluid tasting enough to warrant sucking it out of him. Yeah. No, but it was. Did he do it when he was then in the band when they were the 4 Bee Gees that brief time before then his heart exploded?
Wow.
I'm not saying anything that didn't happen. That is what happened to him.
I'm a predator.
And it was going awesome. And we even started having drinks at a bar, and we each had girlfriends with us, whatever. We're having a great time until I got comfortable enough to go, hey, we share a birthday,
As someone who's been eternally single.
Go ahead. Is it your fault? Yes. No, sorry.
Stop tweeting after your dates, Ashley. Stop tweeting after your dates.
Oh, bad news, Paul. You're getting a Batman bed.
This is not bad news. I am so pleased.
Support them.
But you know what's more important than helping people's mental health?
Fuck you, John.
I'm just saying. Tom, you're a comedy fan.
Here's what happened. So I came up after she finished a couple times.
How did you
I'm not one's not enough.
What a
you go for 2. That's how you start it out.
Smooth or crunchy.
And then Jesus, boom. And so so when I emerged, I went to kiss her, and she just grabbed my face and she sucked it all out of my beard.
So hurtful.
That's a literary reference. Oh no, I gotta.
Hey, he can't tie me up now. I'm the only one here. Books, pages. Right. Verb, noun, adjective. Nice. Someone get me that.
I'm very prone to bullying.
No, you're talking about Andy Gibb.
I am talking about Andy Gibb. Pardon me.
Get your Gibbs straight if you want to come at me, bro.
Sorry.
Those nice bearded men and their Aryan friends seem like they're doing very different shows.
Madeline's got pink eye. She touched her in hole.
I tried to. It crawled away too quickly.
It's difficult with tea. Sometimes you try and tune it and you get Assam.
I'm officially declaring it. Jordan is the Governor General of the stream.
God damn it, guys. I took a Ritalin today. I can only focus on one thing at a time.
What is happening right now? screens. I want to have two screens.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah. Paul and I were walking through the park, and we walked past the tennis courts. A ball had gone over the fence. Paul went down, grabbed it, threw it over, and the young woman who was playing said, "Thank you, sir."
Oh.
Ouch.
Right, here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna fucking take over this fucking festival, and you're not gonna fucking stop me. Why? All these fucking robots are all around the fucking city, right?
Yeah, don't knock a spit roast till you try it.
Just hang on. Can you just keep going? Make an appeal right now for us to stop this whole thing. Go ahead, Tom.
I think we should see Paul's face for this. There's going to be tears.
No, you're drunk in the truck.
Chris, John, and Irish Ashley combine to make the ultimate team, better than any wet dream. Welcome to the Untitled Twitch stream. John's the CEO and Boomer. Ashley's the real leader. Chris brings the vibes and juices as our enjoyment increases. Welcome to the Untitled Twitch stream.
Yo.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. How's it going?
I didn't turn
I was
off
just
the
frantically
podcast.
trying to clean my glasses before that started.
I like that color on you. That's nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I did that thing today where I just like threw my hair up and it just magically like became this, and I was just every now and then you put your hair up and it just does what you want it to do.
What a dream.
Oh,
Chris, how does that feel for you?
I do it, but with my beard. Sometimes I just chuck it and it just falls perfectly. I trimmed it today haphazardly without my glasses on, about 3 feet away from the mirror, and it worked out okay. I don't know. It looks like a beard, but when I get in close, it's like there's so many straggly, like it's all over the goddamn place. I'm trying to learn how to do it with scissors because I feel like that's how you trim a beard. Is patiently.
How did you do it before?
Go to a guy.
Skill.
Just go to a guy. Barbers are still an industry.
They won't trim beards over here because you still have to wear a mask. Top of the head, but not the face. And also, I grew up watching my dad do that.
What, trimming his beard?
Yeah. He had like a little beard case, and he would sit and he would sort of bonsai it, and it's like, I like that. I like that very much. So I enjoy that.
You can do that somewhere else.
Well, Ontario's a fucking nightmare, isn't it? They're not taking anything seriously. So, BC, we want our barbers safe. We love our trimmers.
I'm in England. There is no fucking giving here.
Oh, that's why I left. That's why.
Omni fucking nothing, mate. Also, I had a peek at Mark Dolan's Twitter today.
Oh,
Yower Bowers hours.
Steve gets it. You see? Mark Dolan has lost his mind, which was inevitable. We all saw it coming. He was an unwell man at all times. He was faking being too pleasant when he was clearly a furious person. It was bound to happen. I didn't think it would happen like this.
I always thought he was that guy.
Oh, no. It was his eyes. He was so mad. And his
Ashley, who are you getting text from? Ashley, who are you getting text from?
I'm not. I just realized that my phone wasn't on silent, so I was just turning it onto silent.
What? Someone texting you?
Is this perhaps a operation we should know about? Is there an operation afoot? Look at her go red.
It's from Mark Dolan. That's exactly who it's from.
Also, we have to settle something. Who's posting the podcast this week? Because someone needs to do that.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's John's turn, but we've just collectively decided that he's not doing it while he's touring.
I will respect this rule, and I will.
January is yours, start to finish. You just get.
And
January.
we should let everybody know that we are finishing up for Christmas this week.
Yes,
that's happening. So Thursday's going to be our last show this week, and then we're going to be back on January 3rd. We have finally finalized our Christmas plans. So that is a bit of a gap, but we all just need a break. But we are going to be releasing 2 Patreon Christmas episodes. So if you are not signed up to the Patreon, that's where the action's going to be.
And we want you to know we're not being lazy. Ashley's going back to Ireland and wants to spend time with her family.
We're busy.
John's Japanese friend is coming to visit him. I'm doing nothing. So
Chris has to sit still.
I'm going to do some shows, but that's about it.
Hey,
I might do my solo streams. I might do solo streams again. We'll see. I might.
Chris, you want to do some tagging? I got an hour
definitely.
to do some tags.
David Hoare, thank you so much for resubscribing. You are an absolute wonder. By the way, I don't know if you were watching yesterday, but Frank was loving your tunes.
Oh yeah,
he was
vibing
out.
A lot
Absolutely
of appreciation.
Kirsten, thank you so much for subscribing 4 months in a row. Absolutely wonderful stuff. Very much appreciate it. And also, I was looking in our dashboard from yesterday. Kimmers subscribed, but we didn't see it while we were on. So Kimmers, thank you so much for resubscribing yesterday. You're absolutely wonderful.
Oh my God, yes. Oh, God, yeah.
Yep.
Good net crack.
Frank C, baby.
Fucking believe.
Frank C.
Can we talk about,
it.
this is what I want to talk about. Can we talk about the tale of 2 shows we did yesterday? Which was like, Frank's here, everyone's up. Yeah. And then we're like, the nice arc, and then the Colt raids, and we're all like, well, we better do more show. And we were just like, I don't want to.
Well, I think what it was that Colt came in fully guns firing at you, John. Like,
always.
You had some atoning to do for the rest of the show.
Oh, that texting. Yeah. So I think because I came in feeling like fine, but also I took a quick little break. I took a little moment to myself. Ended up outside smoking a cigarette. By the time I came in, it was a new stream. I was fine. Jeans-O hit. I was ready to go.
Oh, speaking of new stream.
Oh, he's still putting in his headphones. Just give him a second.
Oh, never mind. I meant to talk to him about his glasses. I like that he's gone like the end of Casino Robert De Niro glasses.
Oh shit! Yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
Recently rewatched that killer movie. What's up, buddy?
Hi, Jamal.
Yo, how's it going?
What's going on?
Your glasses are excellent. I meant to say this last night.
Oh, thank
They're
you.
great
Thank
glasses.
you. Yeah, I kind of
good.
went for the huge glasses for no apparent reason.
Yeah, man, like Ace Rothstein.
I liked your reference of I look like the Robert De Niro at the end of Casino.
Yeah, that's exactly what you look like now.
Yeah,
for real.
That's actually sort of how you feel. Like you've you've mellowed a little bit. It feels like that.
Yeah, have you not seen my username, Positive Jamali?
I saw that, and I was like, "Who the fuck is this? And why is he lying to himself?"
Bro, I'm the new guy.
No.
See who I am now, bro.
Yeah, you're smoking crystal meth.
I've got crystals now, bro. See who I am, man. Change my whole vibe. I'm being industry positive Jamali.
I like all of this.
Is that because your agent yelled at you?
Yep. He said to me, "Do you want to die poor?" And I said, "Nope."
Here's a shot from Jamali's newest poster. There he is.
Nice.
Right there.
Yeah, please. Yeah, that's exactly what you feel
They
like
are
now.
huge glasses.
Oh, I love them. Aren't they amazing? That
Looking
movie,
sharp.
I would say, Casino is the greatest smoking movie of all time.
Gio, thank you.
It is thank you so much, King Gio, for the bits. I wish
Smoking
you all the
movie.
pleasure. Yeah, that's the best smoking movie in the world. When he has the fucking cigarette lighter in the fucking pink bathrobe, looking like John Barrymore. Oh, fuck yeah.
That's strong vibes. That's strong vibes.
Oh,
that whole
God
movie
damn
holds
it.
up. That whole movie holds up. Recently rewatched it. Fucking awesome.
Same with
I did-
Goodfellas, isn't it? They're both like.
Yeah.
I think Goodfellas
fuck
is a little bit more that, but you can't rewatching Goodfellas, and it's like you go, "Oh, there's no fat on that film. It's literally good beginning to end. It's probably like the perfect film ever made, isn't it? Really." In terms of just, like,
But it can never be remade because it's not how movies are supposed to be made.
Yeah.
They did a
tell
bad
that
job
to
of
every
making a
single
movie.
person that's in that movie that tried to remake that movie in The Irishman. Like, get the fuck out.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
That's all they were trying to do. They were just trying to relive their heydays.
Yeah.
On some DVD of Goodfellas, there was this amazing documentary that Spike Lee made about people talking about Goodfellas, of like how badly it's made. Like it's not, it doesn't hold together at all. Like he literally explains it to a filmmaker. He's like, the first act, it is a heist movie. It's a heist movie, and then it just stops being a heist movie. It is now he is it's a romantic comedy. It's a romantic comedy for a while, and now it's a cocaine movie. It's a cocaine movie, and now it's a cop movie, and now he's talking to the camera, and I don't know anything. Like it's like he breaks and he's like, you can't do any of this. He's like, it's ruined filmmaking because everyone used to be able to, like, you have the car scene, all that sort of stuff, and now Martin Scorsese, 200 bits.
I see what's happening here, and I don't appreciate it. I don't appreciate it. I don't appreciate that the chat is trying to subtly usher in a hype train age.
Jamali's gonna hate it. Although positive
like
Jamali might really enjoy it.
Yeah, maybe.
I wish I was a positive Jamali now. What am I gonna hate?
My laptop.
If someone gifts a sub on the channel, you're gonna see it's gonna be real bad.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a fucking nightmare of a movie. It doesn't make any sense. It's like watching Johnny Vegas do stand-up. When you're like, no, stop making pottery for 10 minutes, you fucking psycho. And then it's the funniest thing you've ever seen. And it's fantastic. But don't do that. No one should copy this.
Are we doing the thing now?
Mm-mm.
Sorry. I was waiting for. I was like, are we doing the thing? Sorry.
Oh no, we're getting close. We're waiting for someone.
We're at almost level 1.
Yeah, we're at 80% towards level 1. It's called the Hype Train, Jamali, and it's a Twitch exclusive.
There's a song, and here's the fun thing about this, Jamali, is Ashley. Oh,
I hate it so much. I hate it so much. I
Here
hate
we
it
go,
so much.
John,
Joe
you
Trope.
ready?
Little special place in hell for you, my friend.
Hi.
I'm gonna go finish doing my laundry. I'll be back.
Pause for reflection.
What the fuck is going on, bro?
Hold on, you gotta pause for reflection. Give it a second. Thank you so much for the bits and the subs, guys. Really appreciate it. Top-notch hype train there.
So, Jamali, what that is that they've like gone on a donation drive for us, basically.
So why'd you punish them?
No, they love it.
They love it.
Like
that's the song that we wrote for them in our thanks.
Oh, you see now what's happening is now it's continuing to happen. So that's now going to happen again.
Oh, we're not there yet. We're not there yet. It's we're only at 11%. Yeah, we got time. We got time.
So how much does it cost to do that?
I have no idea. I don't get it.
Absolutely no clue.
Okay. Just any sum of money. All right.
Yeah, and so it's Hype Train gets kicked off, and like a lot of people will have like cool videos or
do
giveaways and things like that. And we wrote a song one day because we're musical geniuses like that.
Yeah, and song.
Thanks, man. It holds together.
It's terrible, and I love it so much. Also, I do it in my head all day, every day, just walking around. Jamali, when I ran into you on the street, my favorite thing to do, by the way, in the world is running into someone on the street in London. I was just probably thinking that in my head all the time.
You just sing Hype Train.
Oh, it's so fun just on the train.
Oh, so literal.
It's very fun.
Sadaf's in the chat. Hey, sweetheart, how you doing? Yeah, she says, Jesus Christ, you guys are so dumb. Thank you, sweetheart. Right. I love you.
Yeah. I mean, Steph, you and I lived together for 3 years. I don't think any of this is really a surprise.
So how you been, man? What's it like being back in the UK after you did your stint in the States?
Yeah, it's all right, man. It's just trying to fucking get back into the swing of being here, innit?
Yeah.
So I was out there for a long time, and it's just kind of being back here and being bored.
Yeah.
Because I was like on a real fun adventure. Yeah, I mean, I was just traveling around, fucking going Dallas and shit, and then now I'm just back in London. But
Oh
yeah,
shit!
it's all right.
When were you in Dallas? My buddy just moved there. I wish I'd known. I
Oh,
would have sent him
shit.
over.
I was there like pretty early on in the tour, but it's so weird when you go state to state because every state with their COVID is different. I went New York, and I went to do the show, and the guy was like, "Do you have your vaccine card?" And I was like, "I'm on the bill." And he went, "Oh, you're Jamali, cool man. Can I see your vaccine card?"
Yeah.
And then if you go to Dallas, if you're vaccinated, they don't let you in. Like they just like they're so fucking like they just do not give a shit about.
Wow.
COVID. Like it's so like no one cares. Like I did not see I maybe saw about 10 people wear a mask indoors. And I went to bars and shit, and I was like fucking around.
And those people were bullied constantly.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They were the outcasts.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was weird, man. It's weird. It's really surreal how they're all dealing with COVID. That was like the main thing I took away from that whole tour was just COVID type.
Do you have a lot of COVID material?
I just had COVID last week, you know.
No shit.
Yeah,
Fuck,
second time
Dallas?
I got it.
Fucking
The second time I
Dallas.
got it.
Damn.
This is wild.
Yeah.
What was better? Is it like a Terminator situation where the sequel was more impressive?
Do you know what? The first time I had COVID, I slept. I was fucked up. I couldn't breathe, but I slept the whole time. With this COVID, I was conscious and just uncomfortable.
Worse.
So I was just like up.
So it's Anchorman 2.
Yeah. So I but America was cool though.
Good.
How's Canada?
Canada's sick, man. I mean, it's like I'm on the West Coast in like sort of a small city. And so the scene's sick because everyone here is new because they haven't gotten good enough to move to big cities yet. So I just get tons of stage time, which is very nice.
Yeah, that's it.
And the city's sick, but like I'm looking forward to moving to Toronto or something.
So because you sang the Hype Train song, has Ashley just quit the show?
She hates that song.
She'll come back.
So
She
much.
hates
she'll come back.
Yeah, she'll come back. I mean, I assume.
Yeah. Part of the joy of the song is how much she hates it. So her leaving.
Yeah, I actually don't really appreciate that she left in a way. Like I feel like part of the joy is that she has to be here to be like I disprove, but I also it's like one of those things where you can't be like, no, you must stay.
I think that they want her reaction as much as the song, and so we should say no, you must stay. I think that's what they paid for. The Hype Train song is it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
You need
It's
a
a whole
straight man.
experience.
You need a straight man.
Yeah, because I just kind of just took it in. I wasn't shocked.
Yeah, you did.
I mean, I don't know how to react to that.
That's totally fair.
Do you know what I mean?
That's
It's like
totally
a weird, like, but it's just like it's Twitch stuff, isn't it? It's white people on Twitch. It's what they do.
I mean, even white people on Twitch
How
watch
dare
us, and
you.
they're like, "What the fuck is going on?" We're our own lane, bud. We're our own lane. Oh shit! I'm jealous of that. Oh, so the question I wanted to ask, the reason I asked you if you had COVID material, did you find it worked differently, or would you get booze and shit depending on what state you were in? Or
yeah, like Dallas. Do you know what? I'll tell you now. Yeah, so I did a show in Dallas. Yeah, and the shows were good, and the whole tour was all right. Like there were some states that were like San Francisco always bomb, and fucking Portland I always bomb.
No shit.
So
What do you play in San Francisco?
I played Cobbs. So normally I play the punchline, but they put me in Cobbs. And I remember I had what was the opener? It was fuck, I can't remember off the top of my head. But she was like, "Oh, it'll be fine. Like when it gets like 400 people, it feels nice." And I'm like, 400 people? Is that what you think I'm selling? Yeah. I said, "Bro, you better be happy with that 150, bro." And I did a full weekend. So I did Thursday, 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday, and just like, and this room was like, the room's like a 500 seater. But anyway, I did Dallas, and I did a late show Dallas, Saturday night, and it was fucking like half the people didn't know who I was, and it was like Trump, and it was one of the best shows I had all tour.
Really?
It was fucking fun as hell, man.
Nice.
It was so fun.
Were they yelling out, or were they just on
Oh
board?
yeah, they yelled out a little bit. They yelled out towards the end and that, but I kind of welcome that. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not like I have a show where it's like, well, you cannot heckle.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
That's the one thing you're not ready for is hecklers. Everyone knows Jamali can't handle it when a show goes off the rails.
yeah. I do like upsetting people, but yeah, it was the best show. But it was like they really hated the COVID stuff, but then you sort of bring them back round to it. But that COVID material does kind of get a bit, especially if your angle is COVID's real. Some people hate that,
and not it's a bunch of liberal cucktards.
Bro, it's because one thing that they were saying to me, the comedy club promoters, is that the guys who are like these anti-vaxxer guys are fucking selling every show out.
I bet. Yeah.
Like there's this anti-vaxxer YouTuber who doesn't really do stand-up. He does like a bit. He was selling every show.
Yeah.
And they were saying how the club was like getting into fights with the audience because they were like, you got to wear a mask. And obviously there were audience of
to come and watch this anti-vaxxer show.
And they were this guy. And they were just kicking off. Oh, the thing is, because they just had no business for fucking.
Do you know who's
one of
those
comedians? A clip of there was a clip today of Christmas markets that where was it that they had you had to wear masks and vaccine passports were needed to get in. Is it in Austria? Yeah,
well, Austria's
somewhere in
got
Europe.
The vaccine mandate now, so you have to get vaccinated by February, innit?
Yeah, but there was some Christmas market and they full like stormed into the Christmas market, pushed down all the barriers, and started like harassing all the staff.
Yeah, just started buying everything.
Supporting local businesses.
They just went aside buying their fucking ornaments and that.
Wouldn't it be funny if they trashed everything and then just patiently waited in line for like a candle? I saw a video from a Build-A-Bear. You guys know what Build-A-Bear is? I don't know if you have it in the UK.
Yes.
So you record a thing, you put it in, and this dude, he's locked in a Build-A-Bear with a bunch of cops with like his 5-year-old and his 2-year-old who are terrified because outside are a bunch of anti-vaxxers pounding on the door demanding to be let into a fucking Build-A-Bear.
Wow.
Yeah, these people are losing it, man.
All right. Can we please watch some videos? What are we doing sitting here talking about it?
We should
when we could be hearing.
Let me see if I can find that one at the Christmas market.
Oh my God. Because what I like is always in these groups, they always like develop leaders so quickly. There's always the like angry dad in leisure wear. And then there's usually the like either very aggressive blonde woman or like very old gay guy. That's always my favorite, like a super arch right wing gay guy. Oh, give me one of them. Just absolutely wild opinions.
Let me show you remember Side Talk that I showed you the other day? The New York guys. They've got a super old gay Side Talk so fun. They've got a super old gay Trump guy who's wild.
Absolutely. Like it's.
Have you seen that rapper on Nems on Side Talk?
Maybe. What's
the rapper Nems? He's like a big fat Puerto Rican guy with like a pencil thin moustache and big beard.
Yeah.
Fuck your life.
Yeah. He's the one that's who's the president? Byron.
Yeah. Because he makes all videos with them guys on his Instagram, and it's fucking gnarly, man.
That's so funny. I fucking love that shit.
This is also the wild thing too, is like the stats on this are crazy, where it's like the amount of people that are vaccinated in places are so high now, and also like all the polling shows like everyone's fine with vaccine passports. Like I don't like it because I don't like the giving away of rights, but everyone's like, let's just fucking do this and be done with it. And yet, like, because it's just the only way you can keep it in the news cycle, we're like focusing on all the fucking people that are just not doing it. Which at this point is like, all right, well, hey. Oh, Jamal is going to get very confused.
Hey,
Mary Lane, thank you so much for the raid. So, Jamali, what a raid is it's like, imagine if you finished your show and then instead of the audience leaving, you walked them into another show.
Oh, that's nice of them.
And so then to celebrate that,
she came in here.
We watch this and dance. You have to dance.
Sound like being trying so raid. Welcome to the Untitled stream with John and Chris and Ashley. Stick around and give us a follow. You are awesome.
I really enjoyed it. That was really fun.
Yeah, it's nice, right?
That was really fun, yeah.
Oh yeah, very good times. Oh,
it's always so fun having a new guest in that's never seen this before.
It is like a fucking acid trip. It's a weird fucking thing.
I like it.
Honestly, and it's weird because like I'm not like a really old man, but I feel like a Neanderthals woke up in the space age. Like I'm really finding it hard to. I really don't quite understand what we're doing.
It's essentially a live podcast.
It's just a live chat show.
Yeah.
Okay.
But because Twitch is like, because the audience is used to interaction, they can set stuff off and they can, we react to them on there.
Yeah,
So.
I'm with it.
I'm just gonna say this do we want Mary Elaine, if you want to come on, this is spur of the moment. I haven't run this by anyone.
Yeah, always happy to see Mary Elaine.
Yeah.
Always happy to see Mary Elaine.
Do you know Mary Elaine Jamali?
No, is she a comedian?
Yeah,
That's
she's from the
right.
Shetland.
Shetland.
Yeah, she's sick.
From Shetland.
Super funny.
Excellent.
I could see Jamali, you like just ending up living in Shetland for a couple of years. Like you just
like an
disappeared.
island.
Yeah,
it's
just an
a
island, like
a bunch of islands,
deep
yeah.
north.
I've
and
got-
you
I've
either
got,
get like
like,
really fat or like so in shape, like crazy. muscles.
My fantasy is, have you ever seen that? You know that film Commando? You know the beginning bit where he lives in the forest?
Absolutely.
That's
Oh,
my
were you
dream.
feeding the feeding
Yeah.
the deer with
That's
Alyssa
always been my
Milano?
dream.
Oh, of
Then like a
course.
helicopter comes and says, "One more gig," and I go, "I'm retired." During
Is
the
it at Cubs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When the pandemic first happened, the first thing I did was buy an air rifle.
Oh shit.
Oh,
I was
that's
ready.
right.
Yeah. So I got an air rifle now that I shot in my wall by accident.
I'm at the point now.
Oh, bro, I shot my air rifle by
Exact
accident.
reason people shouldn't have guns.
So I
is
shot my air rifle
exactly
by accident, and I was knocking next door because in my mind I was like, I've hit a baby, so I've knocked next door, and I was just like trying to pretend that I've like my Amazon got delivered there, and I knocked back. I said, "Dude, I've got to be honest with you. I shot my air rifle. Has it hit anyone?" And he was like, "No, it hasn't." And I was like, "All right, cool."
Oh,
I remember I was
shit.
freaking out. I was like, "I'm gonna go to prison and be like the guy who shot a kid with an air rifle. And someone's gonna throw hot water on me or something."
So-called
God, can you-
comedian Jamali
Yeah,
Maddox
so-called
murders
comedian.
child.
Tackled like a
Host
hyena
of
in the
Hate
pool.
Thy Neighbor hates his neighbor.
Oh, the headline writes his fucking self. That would've been hot. And someone would have wrote that headline, didn't it?
Oh my god! Yeah, you're talking to him right here. Do you understand? Oh, sold out.
I got written about in a newspaper.
Go ahead.
And they hit me with the no laughing matter. And they hit me with that. classic line.
Wow.
I made a joke about something I shouldn't have.
What was the? Oh yeah, it was the joke that the one I think I know it is.
Last leg.
No.
Last leg. No, you're talking about the one I got. No, that was a book. No, not the one in the book. The one I did a joke on Last Leg. It was live TV.
Oh.
Basically, they forget it.
Yeah. I completely agree with you. I gotta agree
All right.
with you
Well,
totally.
it's definitely on YouTube. So
Mary,
here we go.
yeah, Mary Elaine, do you know the joke we're talking about? Hello, Mary Elaine. How are you?
Hey.
Hi, hello. Hi, everybody. Hi, Jamali.
What's Shetland like?
The best. No, it's good. It's kind of windy right now. It's gonna get windier soon.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
It's how would you describe it?
I don't know.
I guess no one else has been there. It's I like it. It's like a really ruggedy island, no trees, a lot of sea, more sea than island.
I want to go so bad.
Why no?
I really want to
no
go.
trees?
And I'm thinking I might.
No, we trees. Anything
Yeah, but
taller than
that's not a selling point, is it? Where you go, there's no
Unnatural.
trees.
It's unnatural for anything to stand in the face of the wind.
Yeah.
There's a lot of wind coming in. All back home, everything like the supermarkets and everything back home are shutting down tomorrow because the winds.
Oh shit.
What?
And like the last time there was storm winds this high. This is my house back in countryside Ireland, Jamali. And so the last time, the house that was like down the hill from us, the slates on their roofs started flying up and hitting our windows on our house. And like we had to move the cars around to the back of the house and everything because they were just flying. Like we were just like waiting for one of them to break through the window.
Jesus.
But
The climate, the world is over, everyone. What are you talking about? The things are shutting down because of wind. Wind was part of something that shut things. We're done. We're done.
Hurricane
Everyone,
force wind.
start spending your credit cards. The world is over,
I
everyone.
don't
You
qualify
know
for a
what?
credit card.
Yeah, fucking then start stealing because you won't. Life in prison is not that long. Kill your enemies, everyone. Say
Well, you know what?
goodbye to your 60s.
What you got to do is you got to quit the thing that you weren't enjoying.
That's right.
There you go.
Goddamn
Quit.
right.
Quit.
Were you on the stream when I was telling a windy story, Ashley?
I was on the
Earl
stream.
gets it. Earl gets it.
Just for everybody that's trying to keep up, that was me subtly dropping the fact that I did follow through and quit.
Yeah.
Chance work, yeah.
Quit. We've been Jamali, for context. I think Mary Lane, you might have seen some of this, but we've been trying to get Ashley to quit a program she was
Untitled
in
Twitch stream
for ages.
Why? Why do you want her to quit it?
It was awful.
Oh,
It was
yeah,
awful.
quit.
Yeah,
It was
quit.
so
We had
bad.
the whole chat was chanting quit.
Okay.
Everybody was
Hang on.
Sorry,
Hang
so
on.
you just-
Now, Ashley, I just want to say one thing though, and it's coming in from Earl. What about reapply?
Reapply.
You will not pressure me this time. Okay, it worked before. You did pressure me before, but it won't work again.
So what was the program?
I was doing a master's in secondary education.
Oh yeah, definitely quit.
Yeah, you've already did secondary school. Why do you have to do it again, Ashley?
I don't. That's why I've quit.
Why don't you keep up this quitting streak and don't quit the quitting? And the next thing to quit is Untitled Twitch stream.
No.
That'll be a good.
And then brushing your teeth.
Wait, what?
Marilyn has it in for me in my brushing my teeth.
I hate.
Wow, how would you brush?
Never brush my teeth.
She doesn't brush her teeth.
Oh no.
Oh wow. Okay. Hold on. Show them. Let us see.
They're not that bad.
No, close.
Those are pretty good teeth.
Don't look at my nose. My nose is
Don't look at my unbrushed teeth, but not at my nose.
So this is true. So I went to the dentist years ago, but I was like, oh, I better brush them if I'm going to see the dentist because it's been like 3 days. So I do brush them now and then, and I brushed them and I went to the dentist, and the dentist said, keep doing exactly as you're doing.
How many years ago was that?
And you've
what
never
happened to
brushed
that dentist?
since.
Well, no, I do. I brush them a pretty bit more now because since I've had to wear a mask and smell my own breath.
Mary Elaine, this is
There you
going to be
go.
a very bleak question coming from a man in a dark hotel room in the middle of London. How often are you alone? Because I feel like that's probably a factor in how often you should brush your teeth.
No, I'm actually better. Like I've started doing it every day now, so I'm actually better. But when I was a
Once a
bairn,
day?
Jamali, did you get fluoride tablets at school?
No.
Do you remember?
What?
This? Ashley, did you get fluoride tablets at school?
No.
They put it in the water, though. No.
It's just in our water. It's because you're too far north. The infrastructure is too old for them to add fluoride to the water. Wild. Oh, that's wild. Oh my fucking yes,
That's
please.
so funny.
Yeah, so in primary school they gave us fluoride tablets. So every day you had to eat a tablet of like just fluoride, and I loved them so much that I used to get everyone to give me their tablets.
Little baby Marilyn over here just trying to overdose herself on fluoride.
I have friends who do that with morphine. I've never heard of fluoride tablets.
You know what's crazy, Chris, is that Chris, look at me. Chris, look at me.
Yeah, what's up?
Your friends that do that with morphine have no teeth, and Mary Elaine has the best teeth. Isn't
I
that
know
fun?
they just picked the wrong drug. Big mistake. Fucking
Big
idiots.
front.
Stupid
It used to
kids.
happen at milk time. I used to ask the kids to slip their fluoride into my milk.
Hang
and
the
it would give it
fuck
more
on.
of a
Hang
kick.
what the fuck?
We did have milk time.
Yeah.
We had that
did
as
you get
well.
milk time?
Yeah,
we had
they
milk
cut
time.
off milk
Not
early, though.
deliver. Thank you for following Meg the Knife. So appreciated.
Oh, Meg the Knife. Thank you so much. Welcome to the series.
Blue to be one. I completely agree. What is milk time? You psychos.
They give
Jamali, did you have milk time?
Yeah. So it's
Great
the
answer,
time of
Jamali.
day, and they give you milk in it, and then you bust that milk real quick.
Milk in it? What the fuck?
you bust a little carton of milk, and then they say, "All right, milk time done," in it, and then that's it.
Do you get to go outside, or do you have to sit at your desk?
You got to sit on your
That's
desk,
in class time.
and then sometimes they might break you out a little biscuit. Ooh, and then you had milk and a biscuit
In silence?
Yeah. We sometimes got like fruit.
That's a nightmare.
No, they gave us like biscuits and that.
Did you guys get the same joke from your school where most of the class drank blue milk, but 3 of us drank white milk? So they'd use one of those blue paper towels and put all the blue milks on that and the white milk on the side of the green milk on the side of the tray. And we'd always say to the teacher, which one's the green milk? And she'd say, it's all white milk. Like every day.
I hate everything in that story. That story made me want to fucking lose my mind.
Actually, these are the people you wanted to work with. This caliber
I
person.
dislike the country of Scotland more than I really like Scotland. I like it less now because of what is the green milk and the blue milk?
It's
semi-skimmed or full fat.
semi-skimmed.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
So
Just
why did
everyone have the same milk? You
Yeah,
fucking
everyone had the same milk, man.
assholes.
Everyone had semi-skim.
Actually, I prefer semi-skimmed. No, you don't. No, you don't.
They
No
never
one
get
cares.
milk in Canada, Chris.
Yeah, we got.
They give you-
I mean, we didn't. They didn't give it to us. We didn't sit there. I think because we didn't have an old lady in government who tried to take it from us, so it didn't mean anything to us. So we just had recess, and whatever our parents packed, we then traded with other kids who were stupid.
We didn't do trading in school though. With packed lunch.
Oh, we did so much
really?
trading.
Yeah, we didn't really do
It was a
trading.
full black market.
Oh, I
Trading
did so good
was-
because
yeah.
I was never a sweet tooth, always savory, and kids are all like trying to get rid of savory all the time. Fuck yes,
I have to
please.
share something with all of you about school.
Podcast listeners, then she walked off the screen.
If Mary Elaine walks off the screen, you know that whatever's coming is going to be really good.
I
It means
still
that there
think
is
she's doing
props
this
to
in
go
a
with her
sauna.
story.
You think she's doing a what?
In a sauna?
Oh,
It looks like she's doing it in a sauna.
Oh,
Yeah, I want to
yeah.
go to Shetland. Let's all go to
Yeah.
Shetland and take magic mushrooms and then just
Look at no
hang out.
dreams.
Oh my god, just stare into the mist. Oh fuck,
Yeah.
please, yes, yeah.
She's going to come back in her sex pun outfit.
Just pull a knife out of her tits again.
Yeah, which got
Jamali,
removed from
last time she
TikTok.
was here, she pulled a full cleaver out of her breasts.
Wow.
We were like,
We did
How did
not
you know
see
that
her
was
put
in
it
the
in
script?
there.
What the fuck? Where did you go? What happened there?
So I really liked some recipes from my school. So I asked the cook if she could let me cane some of them from when I was in primary school. Specifically one called snot cake. And
A nightmare. My life is a nightmare. I live in
you-
hell. I
What
have
happened? So
died.
you have raspberries from primary school, you say?
I died. I live in hell.
Recipes.
Oh, recipe. Sorry.
Yeah.
yeah, so
Hell-
I
hell
asked
is
my
my
old
life.
primary cook for some of her recipes.
Oh, sorry.
And there's one called snot cake, but she like fired in a couple of recipes, and there's one like the recipe for the one meal. It's oh my god, how much is this? This is wild. This is 4.5 pounds of plain flour, 1 tablespoon of salt, 1 pound and 2 ounces of margarine, 1 pound and 2 ounces of lard. That was one of our
That was
is
it? That
more
was all
than-
that was in it?
Wow.
That is so
Why?
much
and then
fat.
you
That
put
doesn't
on
sound like a cake.
7
No.
pounds of tatties and 5.5 pounds of cheese. That was
That's
our
what-
flan.
But that's
That was
what
our
that
flan.
sounds good.
But that's what people eat. That's what people ate literally like the day after the war ended.
Oh yeah, man.
Do you know what I'm saying though? Like that's ration food, bro.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like,
I
you have to
think
get-
about
you have to
my-
get a coupon.
Those ingredients fat.
Fat and butter, some flour.
Fat and butter.
We used to have spam day. Did you guys have spam day when they just cut up a tin of spam?
We didn't have
Oh,
spam.
Jesus
Where did you
Christ.
go to
Spam and
school?
eggs is
Mary
fucking
Elaine.
good though. Spam
No, I
and
don't
eggs
eat spam,
fucking rules.
What would you live in Hawaii? What the fuck are you in Spanish?
LA.
Fuck the matter with you, bro?
Aloha, bro. I will say this. Yeah, if you think about I think about my grandfather's diet, and it was wild. Like bread was a vegetable to him, and the closest you can get him to eating anything healthy was at lunchtime when I had a glass of milk. My grandmother made him have a glass of milk. He had 2 strokes. Like understand, like this is the only man I ever met. 2 strokes. Refused to do rehab. He just walked to the driveway and back. Apparently, that was his rehab. And he's like, "There, good, done." Just
Nice.
you know what I mean? He's fine. Just
My
fine.
grandmother had
Genetics go crazy.
20 strokes
What?
over the course of 15 years.
What, mini
Oh my
strokes or
God.
big strokes?
Strokes. Full strokes.
Was your
After, like,
grandmother
the big
Muhammad Ali?
After what stroke was she just casual about it?
Like Dick Cheney in the movie Vice?
Yeah.
I swear that like the last 5 she was getting better. Like
Wow. So the reverse effect of it.
Like if she stopped having them, the shock would be too much.
yeah.
You know, like they tell someone not to quit smoking. They've been at it for too
Mhm.
long.
None of them killed her. She died. She just died. She didn't actually die from a stroke.
Hit by a car from the Stroke Foundation.
The brain was trying to take her out for 15 years, and then the heart got her. Oh, that's a motherfucker right there.
That's fucked up. My grandpa was like that too, though. He was like, that generation just wouldn't fucking die. My grandfather had, I think, 7 heart attacks, 3 strokes, had a couple tumors.
Wow.
And was still like dancing at old folks' homes. He would show up and do song and dance for other old people.
My granddad is still alive. All my grandparents are alive, but my grandparents, that sounds like I'm showing off there. My grandparents are still alive. He worked from 15 to 60, never took a day off, no sick days. And all he eats now is crisps and microwave doner kebabs.
You know what? He's earned that.
Literally,
he has earned
only
that.
things he eats is microwave doner kebabs and crisps. And I don't know how the fuck he lives.
Elaine, we can hear every time you get a text message.
No,
by the way.
my phone's in airplane mode. I put my phone in airplane mode. It's
Oh,
not
well, then
working.
who are we hearing?
I don't know.
You know when
I'm not getting anything in.
Healthy food as well. This is a genuine. Have I told you this story before from the Shetland Times newspaper? A genuine story in the newspaper.
No.
It was a man, but like this is the thing. This story is from like the 70s or the 80s in Shetland. So in Shetland, there's over 15 inhabited isles. There's over 100 islands and 15 of them are inhabited. You've got the mainland and you've got Yeld and Unst. So Unst is you have to get to Shetland and you got to get 2 ferries to get to Unst. It's way up in the north. And it was in the newspaper, this Unst man saying how it was only when he was 16 years old and had to leave Unst and go and live in town to go to school that he learnt that bananas were yellow.
I remember you telling me this because they were always brown. By the time they got all the way up to Unst.
That's very funny. That's very funny.
That's a great story.
I remember I was drinking in a bar that Chris knows in Montreal called Grumpy's.
Yeah, best.
And 2 deep rural Irish guys just showed up and started drinking there every day. And it transpired that one of them had never eaten pizza.
Wow.
What?
You'd never eaten they literally come off the farm.
A lot. Yeah, there's a lot of Irish lads that it's meat, spuds, some sort of very bland vegetable.
A cabbage and that.
Yeah, cabbage or
else
carrots or something. And that's all they have their whole life.
That's how I was raised, because my mom cooked for us and she came from a poor ass Irish family in a shit part of Dublin. And it was always overcooked meat. Yeah. Overcooked meat, raw vegetables, and potatoes.
Fucking insane, man. I grew up with chicken and rice, nothing like that, bro.
So that sounds great.
Yeah, that's what we ate every day was chicken and rice.
Oh, every day. Okay, yeah, that sounds
literally. Because my mom worked in it, so it was chicken and rice every day. And then my grandma, because my mom used to make Jamaican food, and my grandma used to try and make. So what she would make is a Jamaican patty, but with mash.
Okay.
And nothing else, just mash.
Well, no, because she thought it was she thought it was a pie.
Oh, okay.
It's a Jamaican patty.
I had quite a privileged upbringing in that regard, that my folks were so into food. They both cooked so much, and it's only in the past kind of few years that I'm realizing what a privilege it was, because myself and my brother now, we're pretty good cooks as well. But yeah, they were mad into learning how to cook loads of different types of food, and they let us cook from tiny as well. My mom's friends used to criticize her for letting us hold knives when we were about 4 or 5. And they'd just be like, how do you let them use knives and cut food at that age? And she was like, I tell them it's sharp.
Yeah. Teach. That's all. They'll listen. They're kids.
Yeah.
I used to beg my mom to let her teach me how to cook. I was like, please, how are you doing this? I want to know how to do this. and she always just sent me packing. Not once did she teach me how to cook. And I realized later in life it's because like she had a job. She lived with my brother, myself, and I. Oh, thank you so much, Richard Tony Morris.
Thank you for the sub.
It was Earl Grays that gifted it. Earl, thank you so much for sending that over.
Hey, thank you.
But yeah, so it was like, so she had a job. My brother and I both played multiple sports. And we were just around. We were fucking loud. And the only time she was ever alone in her life was when she was cooking us dinner.
She was cooking.
And so she's
the
last thing I want to do is talk to you.
I really like cooking for like I don't look at my phone when I'm cooking, and I really zone out with it. I really like that. But yeah, I remember my mum teaching me about holding knives and stuff, because she had actually had a really bad accident when she was about 4. And so she has a huge scar across her hand from she put her hand up onto a chopping board when her mother was cutting, and it went in under the knife. And so she has this huge scar. So she showed us that when we were, and I remember this being in the house in Dublin. So I was 3 or 4. And I remember her showing us that, and she just showed us that, and she was just like, this is why you don't play with knives. Wow. You hold it carefully.
It traumatized you into safety. I love it.
Yeah,
It's like
pretty
Arrested
much.
Development with the guy who always loses an arm. Oh, this is why you always leave a note.
I remember there was a guy who was touring the UK, and he flew over from America, and he was blind, and he was telling people, don't look at the eclipse. And that was his like whole gig. Like every time he flies over to different countries, he goes, "Don't look at the eclipse. Look at me, I'm fucked." And that was like his whole thing. He would fly around.
Wow.
That was
I'm
like
just making
lemonade. Hot damn.
JH Fred, thank you so much for subscribing once again.
There was a teacher in our school who had real bad burns like on his face and on sort of like the right side of his body. And I remember every year one student would get up the nerve to be like, what happened? Why are you like this? And he said, well, I'll tell you this. If you're ever on fire, don't put it out with butter.
Fuck yeah.
What?
It's probably the butter that stuck to him.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's it. He was saying the butter's why it got so bad.
He
would have been okay.
Like oil and shit. Yeah, no, the butter. It probably wasn't even the fire, but like that's how fucked up.
No.
That's what they throw on each other in prison, isn't it? They throw like hot butter and oil and shit on each other.
No shit.
Fire, yeah.
I've always wanted to come up with a good story for my scar, and I just never really came up with one.
I've got
a big scar or something.
I have a big scar across my neck.
Oh. You can make up a story for that.
Exactly, yeah.
You wanted to eat food faster, so you just shoved it in your esophagus.
Yeah. You almost got
I was not
drug
interested in
smuggling
swallowing.
Singapore.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a sick one.
So it's
Yeah,
just
this is
for
the
our
best
fun.
one. Dave
I have
Allen,
a pity
who
scar on my hand.
everyone should know had like a missing finger, and had like no one in his life ever knew actually what happened to his fingers, and he just ever told everyone a different story.
The comedian Dave
That's
Allen?
great.
The comedian Dave Allen, the
Oh, nice.
excellent comedian Dave Allen.
I prefer to did it.
Sex choking accident with Edward Scissorhands. Very nice.
Once again, that's more likely than whatever Ashley says it was for.
Yeah, much more.
I have this scar on my hand, but it's really, really faint. Talk about knife scars in your hand. Oh, it's so faint. But basically, we were drinking with some friends, and
First of all, I want to hear your story. But when you're up here with the scar kids, Ashley and me,
yeah,
you got to bring a real scar, man.
Oh, this is, okay. Well, I've got these scars on my lips. But I don't know if you see when a dog bit me like this.
Whoa!
What?
Whoa! We can't see the scars, but it
I
does
had to
bit
get,
your face.
I had to get my lips stitched up because a dog bit me on my face there.
What dog was it?
It was my dog.
No, what breed? What breed?
Oh no!
Oh, it's just a border collie, so it wasn't
Oh,
like.
yeah.
But yeah, and then
assholes.
Why did it?
Well, so it was we'd had a dog before that you could just play and do anything with. I was really young. I was only about 7. And the dog before you could just do anything with, and this was that like the newer dog, and it just wasn't that used to bairns. And I tried to do a wheelbarrow with it. But it was not keen on wheelbarrows. So it like jumped down and turned around and
Did
bit
you
me
get
in
rid
the
of the
face.
dog? Did
Fam?
you get rid of it?
No, as soon as it bit me, it kind of went submissive and like all down on all fours. And it was a working dog too, rather as a pet, so it really wasn't in the house much. So we just kept it.
Yeah.
Terrible sheepdog.
When it
No
felt
point in
bad,
it.
that's nice. It felt bad. I
I,
shouldn't have bit your
um,
face. Sorry.
I have in the scar on my neck, there is a second scar. So the scar on my neck, you can't see it really on this, but it goes across here. And just about in the middle of it, there's a little red mark in it. And that is from within a month after my surgery when I got it done. I have my dog back home. He's ridiculous. He's 50 kilo of dog, but he thinks he's tiny.
Was he a bull
And
mastiff? Something.
he's a golden retriever. He's just huge, but he loves to jump and get cuddles. He's not aggressive. He just doesn't know how big he is. And he jumped on me and with his like paw just caught all down my neck and just right across this really fresh wound that I had from surgery. So for a couple of weeks, it just looked brutal. I had this big surgery scar, and then I had 4 nail marks all the way down my neck. But there's a little red mark in there that's just stayed there. So I'm just going to always have that dog with me now.
And your parents were allowed to keep you, huh?
Or the dog, for fuck's sake.
John loves my stories.
This was the 90s,
It's
bro.
just-
No one checked on nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
All scarred
Oh,
up.
man. Do you know, again,
Just don't
I've said it
bruise up.
before and I'll say it again. Our generation got fucked in terms of everything. You know how much parenting my generation has to do now? Like, my mom, like, it's crazy how much you have to do. Like, a good parent 20 years ago would be like, if you showed up bloody of the face, it was like, what happened? It was like, a bunch of people attacked me for a long time and now I'm here. And it's like, well, you stood up for yourself. Good for you.
Yeah,
now,
well, we got to
go lie
get you in
down.
karate class.
Yeah, go now. I just watched John.
Cameras just watch John when Ashley tells a new story because reactions are gold.
When you said the dog, I wanted to walk away because that's not a good character to introduce. Oh, I have a scar within my scar. Do you guys know what sepsis is?
Abscess. I mean, sepsis is bad as well, but it was an abscess.
I mean, John, on that parenting thing, like in the town that I grew up in, where literally I spent half my childhood just in the woods.
Yeah, exactly.
Was you trying to get murdered, or
Oh.
was that like a goal of yours to be murdered?
So many murderers in the Canadian woods, man.
So many murders in the Canadian woods, but that was just where that's just where you went. We didn't have any money.
The murderers saw you and was like, "No, that kid's too bold."
Yeah,
like we can't even kill this kid. He's too bold.
Like, my mom was, some would say, over vigilant. I didn't really care. Whatever. Single parent. What are you gonna do? And like now, she would be considered such a soft touch compared to like what people are like with kids. It's wild, and I can't believe I'm saying that now. Like I feel like back in my day,
there was a
more
news
just
story.
like,
There was a news story in my hometown that parents were officially reprimanded by the police for letting their kids just out unsupervised. The kids just went out and they played like how we used to play, and it was like they weren't setting fires or anything. Someone just called the cops and were like, "There are unsupervised children here," and so the cops picked these kids up, drove them home, and reamed out the parents. And it's like,
wow,
what do you want? I can't watch these guys all the time.
I would right there.
It's not healthy if you do.
I got news for you. At a certain point, I'd be like, "All right, I'm gonna say it, officers. You have something better to do." This is right here.
Not my hometown. And my hometown used to be like kind of poor and full of woods, and so they did have better things to do. Now, I went back a few weeks ago, and it's where all the rich people moved, and so they have nothing. They got nothing on their plates right now. It's sort of I feel bad for my friends because they all did the right things. They've all got like good jobs and they saved up and invested and things like that. And they're all like, I'll never be able to buy a house because our fucking hometown is for millionaires now, and like minimum.
Hate it.
And I did everything wrong, but we're in the same boat.
Shit.
It is the
follow your passions, folks.
Yeah, I also can't buy a house. Too bad. You wasted 20 years.
Chris, it's something my mom said basically when the 2008 crash happened around there. She was like, "Oh, all unemployment isn't secure anymore. Like no one will be able to pay for this. So you were very smart to go and freelance because you have no job security. All of your friends think they do, and they're going to be in serious trouble." And she was 100 million% right. Like it is wild. Like
if you being freelance and doing comedy, if I don't have stuff booked in, say 2 months away, I don't panic. Do you know what I mean? No, like you still don't panic. You go, okay, it might be rough, but I can maybe book something. Do you know what I'm saying? No.
There'll be dropouts. I can pick up work.
But like I know people that they lose their job, and then if they don't have a job in 2 months, they're fucking terrified.
Yeah. I just remembered. I remember I was really poor for so long, and then I was slowly able to get savings, and I was just like, all right, I'm gonna save as much as I can so I never have to be so poor, because I was so poor for it's still so,
I told you that's
crazy.
That's what I got from Squid Game. I was watching Squid Game, and the only lesson I learned was like, I don't want to be poor anymore.
It's fucking shit being poor, isn't it?
Oh, also,
It's so
I
shit.
fucking hated people.
That's why I was trying to be a teacher.
I remember when I used to do like open mics. I used to have so little money that I could only afford a butter bagel from Brick Lane. It was like 40p, and I'd be starving. I remember it was so miserable.
I remember canceling a show because I couldn't afford the bus to get there.
Oh, come talk to this psychopath. Look at Chris. Chris, look at me.
Yeah.
Guess who walked around London the first 6 months he lived here because he couldn't afford the bus like a maniac? This fucking guy.
Yeah, but you would have done that anyway. You're that kind of crazy.
That was so. I'd walk. I remember I once walked to do 90 seconds in front of Hills Jago and Joel Thomas
for the test round of the new comedian thing.
Did you get
no, it wasn't even for that. It was just to play a moose. She was like, I just want to see a bunch of people that I want to see do open spots. Here's how we're gonna do it.
Wild.
And it was like me, Nick Beaton, a bunch of people.
And Joe Dommett was judging, or Joe Dommett was just.
He was like hosting and also sort of judging. It was wild.
Someone she trusted. Oh yeah,
did you pass? I did pass. I did pass, and then I had to lie to Joel Dommett because he's like, I'm gonna take the tube, and I couldn't afford the tube. I was walking back to where I lived, and I was like, no, man, I'm just gonna get some food. And he's like, oh, I'll get some food, and I was like, I'm walking home. I just felt weird about it. And he's like, okay. That's weird.
You should have said, I'd love some food. Thanks for getting me food. Thank you.
And why didn't you jump the barriers?
I can't do it. I can't break rules like that. Can't do it.
No, we're
I
very
be
Canadian.
So badly, I just can't do it. I feel like
I
I'll
was
get
lucky
in
because
trouble.
the time when I was super, super broke was when I was in Amsterdam. So you could just cycle everywhere, which was a godsend. Because it's easier to cycle than get public transport. So that was like...
Why was you living in Amsterdam, or was you just?
Yeah, I lived there for a year, and I was just like that kind of when you'd meet friends in a cafe, and then they'd all order, and we'd just go and get a glass of water, and be like, "Oh, I just ate."
Oh man, when I first moved to LA, and I
was
was
like, "Yeah, I really want to continue doing comedy after this."
But like biking everywhere is such a good hack. The one problem with biking everywhere is occasionally your handlebars will snap, and that will cost you $7,000.
You have insurance.
I did.
And it still cost you 7 bags.
If it hadn't been that, it would have been the surgery was almost 80 grand. Like just the surgery, nothing else.
So you got light with that 7.
Oh yeah, and bear in mind that paid for everything. Like I had physio until July. I have like regular checkups for the next 4 years. Like it's wild.
Because when I got sick in Bangkok, because I had
oh my god.
So basically, for the audience, I got measles in Bangkok, and I had to go
Shit.
hospital, and my lungs hemorrhaged, so I nearly died in Bangkok.
Fucking hell.
And I went to the hospital, and I had no insurance, and I think it cost me maybe about $3,000, and that $3,000, but that paid for round the clock care, that paid for isolation, food, medicine, like, and they were saying to me that because I was meant to go to Singapore next to do a show, and they said if you went to Singapore, remember I had no insurance, they said that shit would have cost you like $100,000.
Jesus Christ!
So what you had for your lungs, because they were going to pump my lungs from all the blood that was in my lungs, and they were like, we're not going to pump it because you're young and it's going to cost a lot of money. But all I remember thinking is, thank God this was in Thailand, where it's just cheap. Like, and I had like 3 doctors. I got a tooth removed.
Wow!
Because I went mad.
Insane.
Because where I was so dehydrated, I went mad, and I said that my tooth was making me sick. And I said, you have to get rid of this tooth. And it's Thailand. So they're like, yeah, all right, fucking give us 50 quid. So I got a tooth removed. I got like round the clock care. It was fucking mad. And I was like, $3,000 that's big money, but that was like a slap on the wrist compared to $100,000.
What it could have been. Yeah.
That's crazy.
There's a thing about doctors in those countries as well, where like my wife was telling me this because Mary, I don't know if you know, but she's Iranian, and so like she grew up half in Tehran, half in Holland. And she said that like the equipment in Holland is better, the doctors in Iran are better.
Yeah.
Because they don't have the like high-tech equipment, so they have to figure out what's wrong and fucking fix it. And so you go to those places and it's like it's like it is cheaper for them because they don't have these multi-million-dollar beep boop beeps. But like these doctors don't fuck around. They will help you because
people are alive there. So
Right. So like people recover. Yeah.
Like people do get better.
Cuba, one of like the greatest healthcare systems on the planet. Like Cuba's like, if you're gonna get sick anywhere, like Cuba is the place.
I got sick in Cuba.
What happened
sick in Cuba?
Yeah. Well, basically, I
like
thought
capitalism, huh?
I thought it'd be a really good idea to take these like pills to like strengthen your gut. And I don't normally ever get sick anyway, but I was like, oh, there's these pills that you take and they really strengthen your gut. So I'll take these when I go to Cuba. What I didn't realize was you're meant to take them like 10 days before you travel, because first they strip absolutely everything out of you and like basically give you diarrhea. Then they rebuild your gut. So I took these pills on my way to the airport, and then I flew into Canada. And I arrived in Canada and was really, 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 really ill in the toilet. So ill, a woman said, let's find another one when she walked in with her dog. And then I arrived in Cuba.
Wait. Did you say walked into the bar or into the bathroom?
The toilet. In the toilet?
Oh, okay. Thank God.
She walked into the toilet and hugged me, and she's like, let's find another one. Just left the toilet. And so when I arrived in Cuba, I literally just stripped my gut, so there's like no good bacteria or anything. There's nothing in my gut.
No healthy bacteria.
No, and then I went to Cuba, where it's very common to get a traveler's bug, and for 10 days, I just shat water.
And was you taking electrolytes, or was you just shitting and not replenishing?
Yeah, well, they were so good. So my partner at the time went to the pharmacy and just explained, and then they were like, here's electrolytes, here's tablets, here's like all this rehydration stuff, and I think all of it cost 12p. And we were paying more because we were paying as tourists. So what's really cool in Cuba is there's tourist costs for everything and local costs, which I think more countries should just do anyway. And then so I just had to live off sachets. But yeah, the whole like a week's worth of electrolytes, all the pills I need for temperature and stuff was 12.
Let's just for the podcast listeners coming in from Earl Grey's Fidel Gastro. That's what everyone was talking about now.
And then coming in from David
I like
Hoare,
that.
I can't wait for Ashley and Mary Lane's joined Edinburgh Hour story off called Oh No.
God, yeah.
Yeah. Do you know my lowest moment in Cuba was I was in the shower and
yes, nothing worse than shitting in the shower.
No, what? Oh yeah. So maybe a little bit, but the worst part of it was I looked in at the. Sorry, this might freak you guys out. I looked down at the shower tray, and there's like a worm And I was like, oh, what are you kidding me? Not only have I got diarrhea, but I now got animals. The only thing in me is literally animals. Like, I was like, this is the worst. This is actually the worst. I have worms. I've never had worms that I know of
What?
before.
You actually have worms?
Well, so I had to call my boyfriend in at my boyfriend at the time, and I had to call him in, and his sister was a nurse and worked like across Africa, and I was like, what do we do? And he said, I'm going to take a picture and send it to my sister. So he took a picture of the worm and he sent it to his sister. And I was like, oh my God. And I just sitting on the toilet, like, this is the worst. This is like, we've come to Cuba and I can't eat solids and I got worms. Somehow I got worms for not even eating food. But I had been bitten by a street cat the day before. So it's like, is this why? Is this why? And then I just went to the shower and thought, I better clean the worm away because that's gross, that worm's sitting there. And I went to clean it away. Have you ever, like, when you wipe your bum and you forget there's some toilet roll there and you go in the shower and it, like, turns into this, like, long translucent thing?
No,
absolutely. Toilet roll that I just hadn't gotten out my bum before I went in the shower. I need to reply saying, please don't stop investigating it. We found out it's toilet roll.
Please stop investigating. That's funny as hell.
Jamali, what are your thoughts on this?
Oh, my thoughts on what? I had a worm story.
Do you really?
Yeah, when I was a kid, I got
back.
worms. Yeah, and then my mum sorted it out. Like, took me doctors, and then I got worms again. And my mum was just like, "Well, I'm not taking you doctors, so I think I've just had worms forever." Like, I've just never went back to the doctors for it, and I was like 12. I don't know what happened with it.
I had it when I was a kid, and the doctor wasn't sure, and so he was like, the way that they fixed it or the way that they dealt with it was they went the doctor.
Oh, what a time to freeze! What a time to freeze! You
Sorry, I was gonna say my friend's mom used to just, when she was warming the dog, just warm her bairns as well, because she said they're always in and about the dog's bowl so much. So I think you can use animal warmer on people.
No,
I'm
we're
for
not
COVID.
treating. Yeah.
TOS, do not follow any medical advice that you hear on this show.
Cures COVID too.
Yeah. Don't listen to the woman who keeps a knife in her breasts.
Oh my God, Marilyn, that's one of the funniest stories I've heard.
Oh my God.
Owing to all of my medical misdemeanors, I have international health insurance.
Always? Oh, you nailed it.
Yeah, I do now. When I went to America on tour, I said, "Bruv, I'm getting my fucking health insurance, man."
Also, here's the one else.
Don't fuck around.
The American system, or at least my plan, was because I maxed out my deductible, I just had a year of like the top tier care. And it's just like, oh yes, please. And it's like I'm like, what injury am I gonna get next year to necessitate that? I'm feeling something. Something's gonna break. I know me. I'll do something.
That's the problem with the American system, yeah. It's a fucked up system and poor people die and whatever. But when you do get the good care, it's fucking good.
Oh boy, my back.
Their care is fun. When you get it, it's good. It's
my back
so
was
good.
You can tell why rich people don't want to change it. They're like, you're not taking this away from me.
This for me is fantastic.
Yeah,
really
I had
good.
an appointment in a day. They're like, oh, it's very bad. You come tomorrow for the emergency appointments. Prescription downstairs waiting. Boom, car, like done. Thank you very much. Go fuck yourself.
I've done
Wild.
private here once, and my God, it's the fucking bollocks, man.
But also, it should just be that across the board.
Yeah,
it should be like,
of course.
We pay enough taxes for it. Stop embezzling, Boris Johnson. It's. Can I just say, being back in the UK, it feels like the last days of Rome, but they forgot to tell anyone when Rome ended 10 years ago, because there's all these big bright buildings, but you walk into any grocery store and there's no food, and
Is
I'm
it
just
still like that?
Yeah, they just
it was like that when I left in August. Jesus Christ.
They just restock the shelves once, at the top of the day, and it's that's it. Whatever you get, you get. It's just what's going on?
I think they got that. I think it's. I'm not too sure. Someone might correct me, but I think it's that. That's to do with Brexit and when we ain't got enough people.
Yeah,
They're not letting the truck
shortages.
drivers
Yeah,
through again.
And then the truck drivers through. We don't have enough people to work.
That was the best when they were like, "Hey, Poland, here's 15,000 visas," and Poland went, "Fuck you, we're not driving your trucks, you cunts."
Yeah,
It's getting even fucking worse. Because the Tories are saying that they can strip people of their citizenship. It's absolutely disgusting.
Yeah,
It's
that's
absolutely
right.
fucking horrible.
And you have to earn, to be here. You have to earn a certain amount and have a job lined up. And it's like
But they don't even guarantee jobs will pay that. Like, it's bullshit.
No, not with
it's
zero
disgusting.
0 hour contracts.
Yeah.
You can't even
No.
fucking get a contract that pays annually. It's all 0 hours.
I don't think I've ever earned enough myself, even in a graduate job, to have earned the amount that they want people to pay to stay here. It's
a
ridiculous.
fucking travesty. That said, and I would like everyone to start doing this now. Any heckler, I just tell them you're the reason why Brexit happened, and everyone just turns against them immediately, no matter how they voted for it. It's the most amazing trick I've ever seen in comedy ever. Like everyone's just so fed up. They're like, "Yeah, fuck you." It's so good. Oh, it's very good. Oh, it's very good.
Oh, so here's how the doctor wanted to check for my worms. So I was like 8, and the doctor just said to my mom, he just handed her this tape, and he was like, "Just put this tape on his asshole." He didn't say asshole. When he's sleeping, and then in the morning take it off, and if there's worms on it, he's got worms, and if there's not, there's not. So for like a few nights, I just went to sleep with this tape on my asshole that my mom administered. And I was like, "That's healthcare, baby. Science. This is science
God,
tape."
This is why. Like that is
no,
fucking wild. What are you talking about? He's just like
You're gonna say the cheese stick story.
What's the
What the
cheese
fuck's the
stick story?
cheese stick story?
When you have a little bit of cheese next to your bum, and then you try and tempt the worm out, and then you have a pencil, and you wrap it in the pencil and wind it out.
Is that a real thing?
Well,
I
I can't think
no,
it
it's
is,
not.
but
It's not.
It's not a real thing.
No.
No.
This woman is
Lies
a fucking
to
liar.
Is that a tapeworm, maybe?
yeah, like a big one, a substantial worm.
Like a tapeworm. I don't
A substantial tapeworm as opposed to a. Hang on, I just need to plug in my computer. Pardon me, guys.
Apparently, chocolate also works.
Ugh.
That's disgusting.
I'm gonna be right back. I need to plug in my computer and also retch because of all of your worm stories.
He's sticking tape on his ass right now.
Yeah.
He is.
Just in
Totally.
case.
Yeah, but not because of worms. It's because of pleasure. Enjoy ripping off some lovely hockey tape off of my sphincter.
Oh, so apparently, Marilyn, I just found an article. It's called The Tapeworm Trap. And apparently that idea came about from a doctor in 1856. And they would put like a tube, like at the end of a little tube up your ass, put some cheese at the end, like a mouse trap. And then the worm would like crawl up. And then once it was in there, then you'd fucking yank it all the way out.
That's awful.
That's what I'm saying. That's effective. You know, that's good doctor.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
Meanwhile, if you have a boil, you can slap it with the Bible.
It's the heaviest book. It's the heaviest book.
It's the heaviest of all the books.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
By the way, if you've ever thought about wanting to read the Bible but never was able to get through it because it's so fucking boring, Johnny Cash reads it as an audiobook, and it's on Audible, and it's great.
That's insane.
Great.
I've read a lot of the Bible.
So you know how boring it is. It's wild.
There's a lot of it I like.
Some of it's incredible, but trying to sit and read it cover to cover,
yeah.
Jesus.
There's some good bits. There's a lot of filler.
Yeah,
there's a lot of
There's a
filler.
lot of like other stuff where it's like just tell me the good stories.
Yeah, it's very Tolkien, where it's like I don't need to know what their goddamn feet looked like for 30 pages. God,
So many songs. For fun times, read Kings. Kings has got like the talking ass and all that stuff.
That's my favorite. I found this out when I can't remember how the fuck I found it, but during lockdown, I went down like a weird like Bible hole where I was learning about it. And my favorite Bible, it's the pettiest one, and it's the Jeffersonian Bible. It's Thomas Jefferson, and he was so annoyed with the church that he made his own version of the Bible, and it's just what Jesus said. There's nothing else. It's like, We're in this for Jesus, right? We don't give a shit about everybody else. Herod can suck a dick. It's just Jesus.
Even Moses, he's like, fuck Moses.
It's like 30 pages. It's so short. Jesus is barely in the Bible. It's like,
Does it have
yeah,
like
no,
asterisks and right wept?
How have we gotten here? How was not gone that long?
John.
All right. Well, all I got was, oh Jesus, Jesus something. Oh.
Jesus wept.
Oh, it's I was talking about the Jeffersonian Bible, which is about 30 pages long and is only what Jesus said. Thomas Jefferson went through the whole Bible.
Oh yeah, and he cut it up with a razor. And
Took
yeah,
out all the little bits. It's so funny. It's such a petty move.
Yeah.
He's a sociopath.
Yeah.
I had a Bible
I
with
love that there's so many
text that was
religious.
Jesus'
Oh.
words.
Sorry, Mary Lane, what was that?
Anyone else have a Bible with when Jesus spoke it was in red and everything else was in black? That's what I had.
Oh, like a built-in highlighter.
That's a King James Bible. I think King James Bible.
Yeah. So there's a unicorn in it too.
What?
There's
No,
unicorns
there
in the Bible if you read the King James version. In every other translation, it's called a goat.
How do you know when religion is made up?
That's I think I've talked. I might have talked about this on stream before. I'm not sure, but Sadaf was doing research about William Tyndale, who's the guy that translated the Bible from Latin.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just like, everyone should be able to read this. It's the most important book that we have, and it's fucking wild that it's not in other languages. So he was translating it, and while he was translating it, he was being chased by Vatican assassins through Europe. And he had to hide out in all these different places and like write it. He eventually got locked in prison, but his jailers were fans of his, and so they would like sneak him parchment and ink so that he could keep writing it. There's a statue of him on the north bank of the Thames, right by just across from the boat show. Yeah. Just by I can't remember what that bridge is, but the one that's right by Charing Cross Station. There's a statue of him in this green area, and he's one of, I think, 3 statues in London that aren't for killing people.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
it's him, Chaplin, and Shakespeare. Those are the 3.
That's
and
insane.
that nurse right by the National Gallery. Edith something.
No.
Yeah.
What about the weird art installations they're putting on the place where they'll eventually put a statue of Queen Elizabeth when she dies or is revealed to have already died? Because she's definitely already dead. She's already dead. Hey, everybody. She's dead. They're waiting for one Brexit.
They threw her body over a boat, so we'll never know for sure.
Yeah. Oh my God.
But they've seen the video.
Yeah.
We've seen it. You don't need to see it. We saw it.
That guy having to go on the run, that is because the first rule of colonialism is to remove a language or to create like this language power dynamic.
Yeah.
So
need a barrier.
There was a huge thing in terms of the Bibles being printed in different languages. And it was, I think, the Common Book of Prayer, when the Protestant Reformation was happening, they brought out the Common Book of Prayer in English so that they could kind of control people. They brought it out in Welsh because they felt like the Welsh were on side already. They weren't a threat, but they refused to bring it out in Irish or Scots Gaelic. And because of that, that's one of the crucial events that has meant that we no longer speak those languages.
Wild.
And that's why Welsh survives so much more, is because the Common Book of Prayer was printed in Welsh.
That makes sense. That's there's a lot of First Nations groups out here. It's like Indigenous people who are actively trying to make TV in their original languages. They're trying to make TV and movies because that's the way that you keep it going with young people. Because otherwise, it's just the language that the elders speak, and so they're trying to keep it alive.
I didn't see SpongeBob in English until I was like 15. I always only saw SpongeBob in Irish.
Wow.
You speak Gaelic?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
In Shetland.
No, go on.
In Shetland, that's what they did in the year 1600. They started giving us the gift of churches and schools. It was all to rid Shetland of the language of Norn. So that's why we lost our language. Because we weren't meant to, and that was part of the agreement, was Shetland's laws, language, and religion wouldn't be altered. And after 150 years, Britain was like, we can't wait anymore. And then set all these like schools and churches that got rid of our language.
Well, language people hold on. When you go Montreal, them motherfuckers will blow them shit up. so they could,
Yeah, dude.
so they could have French in larger letters.
I mean, yeah, they
And
blew up a
even-
couple of mailboxes, and yeah, they only killed one guy, and that was a big mistake because then
Oh, they killed that,
dropped.
didn't they? Sorry.
They killed
They
one
took
guy, and then
hostages.
they took hostages, and then they brought in the army and searched the city and found him pretty fucking fast. It is so wild that Canada declared martial law for like 10 days.
And like, I love someone said to the prime minister, who's this prime minister's dad? It's Pierre Trudeau, Justin's dad. They said they were like,
no, that's Fidel Castro's dad.
yeah, that's true. So the man who raised him then, he was prime minister at the time, and someone said, you can't declare martial law. And as prime minister, he said, watch me. Just went about. Pierre Trudeau didn't fuck around. He leaned out a window and punched a hippie.
Fuck it. That's dedication, bro.
I thought that was Jean Chrétien. All I know this is my dad worked for John Turner, who was the prime minister after him, and the one thing that they were able to get it passed was it had a time limit, which is something that like he was like, we don't need a time limit, and they were like, no, you can do this for X amount of days. You don't get to just declare martial law legally under the guise of, and they're like, and it's the like wildest thing because it could have been very possible he could have just been like, I'm in charge, I'm the dictator. He had the like back. I don't think he would have done it, but imagine
done it. But it could have been like a
What a
Patriot
wild-
Act situation where it just keeps
That's
going.
right.
Yeah,
Well,
just keeps going.
Yeah, but you see something in history, man. They've definitely, even though they don't claim martial law, they've done things. Do you ever see the Philadelphia movement?
Mm-hmm.
And when they dropped a bomb,
Yeah,
on
the
them?
bombing.
Yeah, they dropped
fucking
a bomb
nuts.
in the middle of Philadelphia, and it wiped out the whole block, innit?
Yeah.
And then after the guy was just like, fuck it, what are you gonna do about it? And everyone went, nah, nothing.
Yeah, and it was like a non-violent movement, and there were kids and
They were like
families in that
vegans and
building.
shit.
And then as people were leaving, the cops were shooting the people that were running out of the building.
And the kids and that, yeah.
Yeah, it was a
And
fucking nightmare. And then the
basically
cop. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say all the group did was really be vegans, and they smelt a bit because they were like growing food and composting. Like they didn't really bother anyone. So you were saying,
Yeah, and and then the cop that did it was celebrated universally, was given like national awards for his policing, ended up being the head of the LA Police Department, and part of the reason that they gave, or like the way he dealt with the movement, was really good. If you've ever heard of Mumia Abu Jamal, he's the most famous member of the movement. He wrote a bunch of good stuff, like a bunch of incredible essays.
Wait a minute.
Has done
Was the cop that moved from Philadelphia Daryl Gates? Is that the name?
I don't know his name.
Because if it's Daryl Gates, that's the wildest thing I've ever heard. Daryl Gates was the chief of police during the LA riots.
oh, when Rodney King,
yeah.
No, but there's a good documentary about that guy you just said, Mumbi.
Mumia Abu Jamal.
Yeah, man. And because basically what they try to do as well is there's like a police union that's worldwide, and a bunch of countries had named a street after him because he's universally known as being innocent. And the police unions basically said, if you name these streets after him, we're just not coming to work, or we're just going to protest. So they've done it in like France, and it's like the FPT or some shit like that. But they've done it all over. It was fucking crazy stuff.
Yeah, he was framed for killing a cop, and
oh my God.
And to the point where NPR on their All Things Considered program were going to give him a series from prison on death row, where he was just going to read out these essays that he'd written. He's a brilliant guy, beautiful voice, and I think it was Bob Dole, recently deceased Bob Dole, if memory serves, who said, if NPR releases these, then we are going to end federal funding for NPR.
Ah, yes.
So he was considered such a danger that the government was going to shut down that whole thing. So the NPR obviously dropped it, and so he released them under. You can hear them. They're on Apple Music and Spotify, or you can buy them in like physical copies. They're called All Things Censored because the show is called All Things Considered. They're beautiful. I remember reading. I was like 20 at the time. I remember reading the essay that he did about the move bombing and just crying in a park. Like, it's fucking heartbreaking. It's really sad, but he's a beautiful writer.
I don't know anything about what you're talking about. What is the movement? What is the Philadelphia move? What is this bombing?
Move was like a sort of almost a self-governing, the idea of like that Black communities can self-govern. and you don't need the police, and you can
And they
take
went
care
back
of
to
your
nature
neighborhood.
type stuff.
Back
So
to
they-
nature stuff, yeah.
And
Sort of
one
local
building in
sort of like
Philadelphia.
Local Marcus Garvey stuff. So Marcus
Okay.
Garvey was the Back to Africa guy, but they were like, we can live that way, but we don't have to go back to Africa. We can stay here, but just take care of ourselves.
They would like grow food and shit. And
Yeah. They were just hippies, all nonviolent. And the cops were like, nope. The same thing happened in Chicago. Chicago, they tried to take care of crime in their own neighborhood, and it was working as like a community police group because the cops only showed up to fuck people up. And then when it started working and people started noticing, the cops came and they fucked everybody up in Chicago that was involved to regain their power there. Yeah, it's a total fucking nightmare.
Because believe it or not, those in power don't actually care about taking care of people.
They just want that power, baby.
They just want power.
Cab, everybody.
It was an 85.
It is wild. It's wild stuff. Just fuck them. It's so fucking. Oh, I'll never forget just being on the subway, and there was just a cop not wearing a mask, and everyone. And I just wanted to walk up and just be like, "Put on your mask." Everyone else is. You're not better than us. But I knew that if I did, then it would have been a whole thing. And ugh.
I saw at Liverpool Street the other day, there was a cop with no mask asking people why they ain't got masks on.
Oh,
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yep, checks out. It was Gregor Sambor who was the head of the police department in Philadelphia during the move bombing.
What a terrible name.
It's a shit
It's a
name.
bad name.
Gregor
Why would you call a
Sambor.
baby Gregor?
Yeah. I
Like,
also
look
can't
at a
believe.
beautiful little child and go, Gregor.
It's genuinely something they do. There's something they do to just actually like already. I think a lot of these people who are these bastard police officers are already unhinged or racist or everything. But also, I think there's so many times in which there's like just like this is encouraged behind the scenes. Like I was thinking when you look at like the military coup in Chile, which was like the biggest, bloodiest coup ever. And that was America's involvement because they didn't like the fact that the copper mines were being nationalized in a socialist government. But America took Chilean soldiers to America to train them before the coup. And the idea was that if you went to America and trained there, you got given a card. Like there's like benefits, like, oh, you come to America, we'll give you these American benefits. And there's people's testimonies from Chile where they were like, our neighbor went and trained. He was a member of the Air Force, came back and wasn't the same person. Like wasn't like there's something like switched.
Yeah.
And like how else could you just turn on your own country and kill 33,000 people? Like it was
33,000 they killed.
I think it was 30,000 are dead and 3,000 are still missing to this day.
And
it's
that's
like when
just
you
official
travel,
numbers, so who knows what the real numbers are.
it's horrible. The caravan of death, because they sat in Santiago, of course, in the capital and shot down the president and destroyed the capital. And then they had the caravan of death that just went up and down the country. And every time they came to every village, every city where they knew there's Allende supporters, they would take them away and they'd disappear. And still to this day, people are walking through the desert. And sometimes they'll find a shard of bone and they're getting them DNA'd. And this is like a loved one or just another person. And they used to take these people out to the desert and make them stand around one grenade to save on ammo and just pull the pin and then just never tell anyone. Never tell anyone. These people are missing.
Grim.
Yeah.
And that's all America's involvement as well, just for fucking copper mines and to try and make socialism look bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always remember there was like someone said of Pinochet, like when the coup happened, like someone said as a joke, like the army's taking over. Don't tell me it's Pinochet. And someone was like, how'd you guess that? And he's like, what? Like he was always like the boob idiot. Like he was not the like Stalin or Muammar Gaddafi, like kind of always building up to something. Like he was just basically just like right time, right guy. Turned out to be a stupid sadist psychopath. Duh. Like it's so crazy. Yeah, it's insane. Yeah, America's fake war on Russia through just manipulating a bunch of political directions of a bunch of countries is nightmarish. It's so horrible. Oh my god!
Remember when we were talking about Mary Elaine having worms?
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna raid video, and then we are gonna pick up the pep for the love of Christ. No more genocide talk for the next 27 minutes. All right, everyone, promise.
Suck my beer, try and raid. Welcome to the Untitled Twitch stream with John and Chris and Ashley. Stick around and give us a follow. You are awesome.
Yeah.
That's good. That's real Thank you for following Spin Bones. Welcome to the Troggies. John, did you gig in Bristol recently, or are you about to?
I'm gigging there tomorrow, which is Tuesday, which is why I'm not going to be here because I'm going to be going to see our very own David Hoare. And I got to tell you, I got offered a gig in London for better money. And I didn't cancel, and I wanted to so badly. I wanted to so bad.
This was far, man.
Yeah,
I know.
But David Hoare's been so good to us. He's written all our songs.
I had to do it. I had to be like, nope, you gotta go, bud. And I was like, God.
Is the London gig still looking for a comic?
Is this raid?
We just got raided again.
Oh shit!
Robotron with the raid. Welcome,
Robotron. Hey, you guys get a raid video as well.
Suck like being dry, it's a raid. Welcome to the Untitled Twitch stream with John and Chris and Ashley. Stick around and give us a follow. You are awesome.
Very good. Very good. Very good. Welcome.
Robotron.
Welcome,
I had
welcome.
lunch with Robotron today.
Oh, that's John Robertson.
Lucky.
Yeah, John Robertson.
John Robinson.
Yeah, I had lunch with him today in Glasgow, and so he's just raided he was streaming his live show at the stand.
Oh, nice.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, live darkroom. So welcome in, fuck gloves.
Hello.
Happening,
Fuck gloves.
welcome.
That's what he calls them?
That's what he calls them.
And
We
they
thought
love
Froggies
it.
was bad.
He's just he's got a whole fan base of subs. That's what it is.
So yeah, welcome in everyone. What
thank you for
there's
following.
there is a little bit of private chat, and I don't think Mary-Elaine has seen the beard sucking story before.
I was just distracted by the fact that
bring it
I
up.
think that John Hastings is stolen a microphone from a gig.
Oh
No.
yeah, so am I.
So I'm gonna try and find the video. Wait, Chris, do you have it?
Ooh, I don't have it up.
Okay, let me
Chris,
see
do
if
you
I
want
can
to
find it then.
Chris, do you want to just tell the story again?
You could just tell a story again.
We could, yeah. I mean, we could do that if you want. I haven't
Mary-Elaine
actually
Jamali.
told the story in a while.
Yeah.
Get ready for this roller coaster,
This was on
everybody.
pretext for me because I also don't know the story.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is why on the song it says "suck my beard dry."
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is what Chris claims is the sexiest thing that's ever happened to him. So
It
go.
was fucking hot. It was fucking hot.
Let's
So I was with a lady, and she had a particular. How do we call it, John? A juicy boozy.
A juicy
boozy.
You know what it was? It was a jewel. It was like a plummy jewel.
Oh no, I think I know where this is going already.
You do.
Yeah, you do. You absolutely do. So it was particularly juicy. So I went down on her. Because it's what you fucking do.
Should.
Absolutely. Stayed down until she'd come twice, because that's one isn't enough.
I know, right?
You
Such
do
a show
two.
off.
And I'm just trying to educate the young men out there that are watching. You know, you gotta fucking put the goddamn work in.
That's right,
And,
Sadaf. Your husband has made someone come twice total in his life. Yeah, there he goes.
And so when I came up from going down, I sort of like was near her, and she just grabbed my face immediately, pulled it in, and sucked all the juices out of my beard.
Wow.
Yeah, with like a confidence and a vigor, like just, I just did it, and then And it was that like it was that confidence that like there was no hesitation, there was nothing else. It was just what she wanted to do, and she fucking did it, and it was so hot. It was so hot.
Pussy juice does change the texture of your beard as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it absolutely does.
That's what are you talking about?
It's a little heavier, like it's heavier than water.
When you have pussy juice on your beard, it does change the texture of your beard a little bit. It is like a temporary.
It's like conditioner.
Or better
it's like
or
a
worse.
really good.
Yeah.
Like so, like all of this, like so, it would be like from here, like this, the middle part would just be like a lion's mane. It's just stunning.
Do you know what's just occurred to me as well, though? Mary-Elaine, I think you and I have talked about this before, about, you know how pussy juice can like bleach your underwear?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've talked
I
about
wonder,
on the
I
stream
wonder if
before.
anyone's ever.
Is that why it's
been
a little
bleached?
bit lighter here than it is in the rest of my beard?
That's exactly what I was getting at.
Yeah.
That's why some men have white soul patches.
Yeah.
That's how you
That's
can tell
exactly
who's a
Well, if
a
he's
lover
got
who
soul
does it
patches,
right.
obviously getting.
Okay, then what the fuck have people? Hang on. Then what the fuck have people been doing to my eyebrows?
Anonymous gifter, thank you for gifting a sub to Mary Elaine. Very much appreciated.
Thank you. Oh,
Who's been
God.
sitting on my fucking face?
That would explain, Ashley. That makes a lot of sense because I've wondered about that because this whole part is a lot like lighter and blonder than it is anywhere else on my
Stop
beard.
fucking bragging.
Yeah, but I want to point out, I
Not
assume
every-
it's been a while since you've been able to bleach it because you've been in on a separate continent from your wife.
Yeah, but it's been like this for years. It's been like this for years. I was
Not
I was a young man
everyone's-
when it changed, if you know what I mean.
Not everyone's pH balance will cause the bleaching.
Yeah. I'm kind of sad, but I can't bleach things.
No, me neither. However, I did tell a story a few weeks ago about how I left my underwear for a week while I went to Spain.
Tell that story.
On?
Tell that story. Thank you for subscribing. Confusing.
Go ahead. Tell that
Toes.
story.
You're the greatest.
Tell that
You
story.
leave it
Good.
on your body for a week.
No. I left it in my laundry basket.
Yeah.
And I think I had left it next to a cloth that I had used for cleaning, so it had like a kind of a weird bacteria on it. But I came back and there was mold, like a whole growth thing out of 2 pairs of
Bro, your pussy makes mushrooms, bro. That's crazy, bro.
Holy
shit! Making magic mushrooms in that, bro. That's crazy, bro.
Oh god, yeah. It had like these 2 pairs of underwear. It was only 2 pairs. There was way more in the basket, but just 2 of them that were next to that cloth. It had like this whole big growth fluffy thing. It was so
Is
weird.
the mold alive though?
You don't need to double down on the
So
description.
you had
can
something
leave it there.
alive.
Yeah.
This makes me want to do some experiments by like
I know, right?
leaving pants in different places of humidity and moisture and warmth and just
see what happens.
Yeah.
I don't know if.
And then eat it.
I think
what?
that's how
No,
Jonas
wait a
Salk
minute.
really
Everyone
discovered
shut the fuck
penicillin.
up.
It was in his
No,
wife's
Chris.
panties, but he just didn't want to tell anyone and embarrass her. He said it was a petri dish, but it was just his wife's undergarments.
Yeah,
I heard it too, John. Though.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you hear what she said?
Yeah, I
Did
heard
you
it too. Yeah, I heard it too.
Yeah.
Oh, what was
my
it?
God. She said you should grow it in a bunch of different petri dishes
Yeah.
and then eat it.
I used to
Or
have a
smoke
routine
it.
I did about eating hair out the plug hole, and I actually
Fuck you. Shut the fuck up. Fuck you. Eating the hair out
Shut
of the
it
plug
down.
hole. You're
Shut
a
it
nightmare.
down. That
You're a
is
living
called
nightmare.
recycling.
I want to
Oh, no. Mary Lane, get out.
I didn't.
No, she's timed out. She's timed out. Timed out.
Oh, my name
Okay.
is Ruin coming in saying yogurt
never
made
done
with vagina yeast exists.
People sell that, I think. People sell
Where
that
is
on the
it?
internet.
I've never actually done what I was talking about. It was just a joke, but I had to stop it
Okay.
because I once did it at that wild cabaret club when people were still eating their food during the show.
Oh dear.
I had
Plug
to
hole
stop
hair,
doing it
eat
after
plug
that.
hole hair, or suck a beard dry. In this instance only, I will suck the beard, but
Thank you.
No.
Oh, by the way, that's part of the story. Mary Lane and Jamali, do you see why that was sexy to me, or do you just think that's flat out gross?
Well, the thing is, it's not the act; it's the fact that it was the confidence of how she done it. I can understand it. It's not my cup of tea,
Yeah.
but I can understand.
Oh,
if that's
but
what
you've
you're
never had
into.
it happen, though. You don't know.
No,
Yeah.
no, and I don't think if
Yeah.
it did happen, I would like it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, though?
That counts as
Never
being
be-
on our
like,
side.
If that happened to me, I wouldn't be like, "Oh wow, I like the boldness." Like, I wouldn't
Yeah. He said he
Can I just
understood.
can I just say to Jamali, whose new name is Michael Middle Road, you got to pick a side. It's either hot or not hot. You can't be like,
Sorry.
I see.
Well, not hot.
I need to address this comment from Selk. Recently, a friend of mine got approached by a company that makes vaginal juice beer, and well, they wanted her juices. If that is something that I can make money off,
That feels like dudes that are like, yeah, I'm a gynecologist. Just hop in my van.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
come.
Yeah, your friend was about to be serial killered. Like that's not. Yeah, she was. Yeah, it puts his lotion on its skin. Oh my god.
hang on, I'll get the company name.
and
Yeah, thank you.
Mary Lane, what do you think about it?
Well, if I had to think about it, then well, here we go. We're not in story time anymore. I quite like kissing someone just after that, but I don't like it when there's so much fluid it's drippy on my face. Do you know what I mean? So I don't think.
Yes.
I think there's
100% agree.
there's a
But it's not
volume of
would-
water to comfort level that I have.
But
and
it's
by
not would you
water-
do it. It's do you understand why it was sexy?
Oh, then yeah, I sorry. If that's a question, then yes,
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not
yeah.
going to kink shame
understand.
you, Chris.
There you go. Suck
I've
it.
heard way-
I'm
that's
fully
fine.
Manning.
kink shaming
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, I don't think
Suck
that's
it.
even like kinky, to be honest with you.
So I didn't have to
Like,
give all
you know.
that personal information.
No.
You did.
Please, now
You know
please
what else I
continue down
really
that. So when it's
Would
done.
you be
And what
dry
else do you really
after?
like?
Was your
See,
beard
when someone's
dry
been in the
after?
shower before you.
You like dry out the
When-
beard.
Oh my god! I don't know that could, the guests are really
So
getting
funny.
me today. Chris, answer the question: did it dry out the beard?
Did it dry out the beard? It was, buddy. It was like I'd been to a salon. It was.
So
Like you put
conditioned.
your head in one of them fucking blow dryers.
Yeah. It came out just like nicely poofed. Just a little.
Yeah.
Also,
From the bedroom, ready for the club.
Yeah.
How many men do you think are going to watch this and then, or women, no? And then go down on women and be like, wait.
I hope none, but I'm
Get
gonna
like a
I'm
whole
gonna
deep
say
conditioning set.
Rub their head in it. Yeah.
I'm gonna say
one
5.
second.
We are giving so much to the reasons that you should make women come, and unfortunately, none of them are for women's benefit.
It's called progress, Ashley. We're getting there.
You got to
Here's all the-
appeal to
here's-
people's selfish sides. That's how you get shit
right.
done, Ashley.
Pebbles
Exactly.
make mountains,
What
isn't it?
What did you say about mountains?
Pebbles make mountains, isn't it? So the little things first, and then we can achieve the big things. At first, we got to get pussy in the juice and the beard, and then we can move on to other things.
Oh, there's a
It works
poll.
both ways in the sense, like, Ashley, how often did you hear that, like, there's nutrients in cum? You know,
I
like,
got
oh,
yeah. You hear
plenty
that.
of fluoride here.
You hear that
Yeah.
all the time, and then guess what? I found out I was allergic to it. So,
Oh yeah.
No.
No nutrients.
and still
for
not a
you.
good enough reason for some people to wear condoms. Like,
It is amazing, and I mean this. It is amazing how many times organically it comes up that you are allergic to cum. Like we don't be like, check out, guess which one of us is allergic to cum. It's like coming along, and then you're like, before you continue, I should let you know I'm actually allergic to cum. Before we keep going down this, it is. But if there is a drinking game of this stream, it is very complicated to explain.
This was a really weird moment when Johnny Cash read out the Bible. when he said Jesus said, "There's nutrients in cum." It's like, wow, Johnny, damn.
You guys talk about body fluids a lot.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
I want to know if somebody's made up a drinking game for this show.
Someone should. I went and got a COVID test today. I had a full tilt. I woke up just convinced I had COVID. It was coming for days. And let me tell you how complicated they've made doing this in this country. I had to get a QR code to show a pharmacist.
Yeah.
But I'm so annoying. By the way, don't have COVID. But wild 15 minutes. Didn't even need coffee this morning. But yeah. Who here am I the most recently COVID tested person? I assume
I have to get one this week.
Well, I just recovered from it, innit? So
oh yeah, Jamal,
I should be good for a bit.
Man, I assume Shetland, no cases, everything's fine.
Oh, we've actually had the worst cases in November, and we were like one of the highest per head of population in Scotland for a pretty while there, I think, for cases. I mean, it's not hard per head of population for Shetland, but we had quite a few. But my pal who I live with got pinged and had to get PCR, but I wasn't allowed to get PCR unless they got a positive one.
Oh.
Oh, because you guys only have a limited amount of
You're being
PCRs.
so precious about them.
I don't know. Like, I think it's a turnaround time for Shetland as well. Like, I think they send a lot of PCR south, so that's like 2 days on a boat.
Oh, shit.
They started handing out the home test kits in the street now, innit?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they gave me like 2 boxes of the quick rapid fire fucking antigen NHS ones. Yeah, it's pretty cool. You can get the antigen test. You can get the antigen test pretty fucking easy, man. Like you get but they send it through the post.
Yeah, I got one.
7 tests.
I walked in and got that exactly today, and it was the most complicated instructions for the easiest thing in the entire world. Like it's literally like, put this here, boom, boom, pop it in, shake it, drop, drop, drop.
But then you also got to like squeeze it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking complicated shit.
I've only taken one. I've taken one COVID test in my life.
What?
Did you wake up last week? What?
And it was just when I was going to travel. Because in the UK, I was locked down. Like for the
I
whole
saw
18
Pep
months.
during COVID. He wasn't playing.
I didn't do shit. I stayed at home the whole time. And in Canada, it's all vaccine passports and everyone's wearing masks. Like they're doing a really good job here. So I've just been kind of cool. So the only one that I've taken was at Boots just before I was traveling because he needed the PCR right before you went. And I remember Sadaf and I went in and I got mine and it was like uncomfortable, whatever. But I just couldn't help but like make Sadaf laugh while she got hers. So that was rude. There was like she laughed. The person doing the test laughed. It was like everyone understood, but it was also like I was a dick move. Turn it off. But I hadn't done a show in 18 months. I need this.
I had to get one when I went back to Ireland at Christmas, and I had to get one coming back from Spain in October. That was it. But I've done a load of lateral flows.
And Mary Elaine, I assume, has COVID right now.
Yeah.
No, this is not even a joke. It's not gross or anything. I think I have a hair in my throat. But like not in a weird
That's
way.
from eating plug hole, right? Like
when's the last time you were eating?
I've had my booster already.
Oh,
yeah, me too.
Oh, I haven't got mine. I'm gonna get mine in soon.
But I got mine just while I work.
Thank you for the
I
follow.
do care work while I'm at home.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks for following Hotel 2 Tango.
I got mine because I asked a farmer, or I just thought about it, and I was like, I'm definitely at risk. I'm traveling so much. Give me the booster right now.
Yeah. I was planning on getting my booster, but I've got it, so there'll be let other people grab it in it.
I feel like I am such a test case for the vaccine working because I'm just like, I got the vaccines. Let's go expose myself to COVID as much as possible.
Yeah. It's hard though, isn't it? Especially, I mean, because some of the clubs in London, man, it's just like there's no regulation. It's kind of like I can't not work, so you do your best. You stand outside. I mean, again, I'm a bit not as worried now because obviously, I just had it, so I've got
How were you? How were you when you had COVID?
Oh, pretty rough. It's the second time I had it.
What? Wild. Yeah. It is wild how many people in England have had it twice.
Yeah.
What are you fucking psychos doing?
I wonder. I was just working.
Yeah, the city's just not taking it seriously at all. It was amazing to watch in real time, to just watch them not care.
I'm seeing it again. I'm seeing it again.
No, I'm
So they're
scared.
masked up at the gigs over there in Canada, Chris?
Yeah, gigs are back out west. Apparently, it's still a little bit weird out east because their government is sort of having and hawing about different shit. But like in the West Coast, we're cool, man. It's not. I mean, the scene isn't as big as London, which is frustrating. Like I'm used to doing a lot of shows a week, but you know, if I can get one a night, that's awesome here.
Are the borders open for UK to go Canada?
You got to be vaccinated, but yeah.
Ah, so I can't come.
So funny if you turned right now.
Yeah, imagine if I turned. I was like, all right, enough of this fucking liberal shit. Let's talk about the fucking truth. I got vitamins, all right. Vitamins, bro.
So it's pretty wild now because of Omicron. Looks like it's sort of just going to be a fizzle out variant. Like no one's died yet. Like I went on a couple of comedians that have flipped Twitter accounts, and it is madness out there. Like it is. Oh boy, some people have.
We're here.
Yeah.
What's a flipped Twitter account?
What's flipped?
Like they have gone COVID anti-vax like crazy. Like whoa. Like whoa.
Like, how much of that is that? It's just that there's a big market in that now. You know what I mean? Because there is a market in just.
But even like anything you do, ironically, you end up doing in earnest.
Yeah.
And so they're gonna, even if they start like that, they'll go full. They'll go full. Like they won't be able to fight it.
Because also comedians, the worst thing about comedians is once they start getting any attention, they're just going to keep going. That's right. QAnon.
Well, there's some comedians I've wondered about who are anti-vax, but then I'm just like, but to do the tours you're doing in the size of venues you're doing, to get insurance, you need to be double vax.
No,
how are you getting insurance? But maybe I'm wrong.
I'm not playing those size venues in it. I'm going on tour and I'm like, no one asks me.
But there's vocal anti-vaxxers who I'm like, I don't think they can surely not be vaccinated for the work that they're doing. But
who are these?
Yeah, I think I know some of the people
Yeah.
you're talking about.
Some people have been faking it. Obviously, like we keep finding out that people have faked their thing.
Oh
like,
my God.
Wasn't there a couple of people on a TV show in the UK recently that got done for faking it?
Faking what? Sorry. Cool.
Faking COVID vaccinations.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, comedians.
I can't remember. But it was like they were like on Channel 4 shows and shit. And
I think one of the the Aaron Rodgers one was amazing.
That was
I was just like, I am inoculated, and it was just like
that was his. I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Oh my God.
He just picked his words very carefully.
What is with that being in the zeitgeist? I'm listening to the slow burn of the Monica Lewinsky Bill Clinton scandal. It is wild. Like how Ann Coulter was involved? What the fuck?
Who are these anti-vax comics? Name names. I want to know.
Yeah,
who they
name
are.
names. Come on.
Private chat, name names.
Private chat. Put it in
No,
the
no,
private chat.
ABD. Always be doxing. If
Oh,
they're
no, I
publicly
just-
anti-vax,
I actually don't.
that's our Jamali. That's our motto. Always be
Jamali,
doxing.
yeah, that is our motto.
You know what? Because I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Like I've seen your live stream before, and it's like, yo, these people really be naming names. That's what I like about this podcast.
yeah.
You really be chatting shit about people.
Oh yeah, no.
We do a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I just do always
fun
be
to listen to.
doxing.
Yeah. No, like I'm not
It's a command.
saying you don't have to listen to Chris, Mary Lane. You don't be bullied by him. All right.
Oh no, I've just been told that this is a thing, that there's comedians who are anti-vax who are touring in venues.
Oh,
right.
Sorry,
You don't know
I am
names.
not the good person for news and names. Sorry.
Damn it, I thought we were gonna get some juicy gossip, almost as juicy as the boozy, the grizzly, the golden bee, the weekly.
Well, John, you've got names. You got people you were thinking of.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, but I'm not fucking without substantiated information.
All right, then private chat. Private chat. That's where.
Yeah, there ain't been no good gossip since Rust Monkey with a gun.
Buddy, that was Pete.
Oh my!
How do you top
There ain't been that good since then, bro. That was hot. That was hot, bro. That was fire right there, man.
I mean, I gotta tell you,
That's a great day.
Bobby Bird to this day has the best basically, for the people in the chat, there's a comedian who got outed as a paedophile.
They know. We've talked about this a
I
lot.
don't think Mary Lane knows. I don't think Mary Lane knows.
Oh, do you not? Go ahead. Tell the story.
But I said he's a paedophile.
Oh, there was a guy called Russ. It was a guy called Russ Haynes. He went by Russ Monkey with a gun, and he got outed that he was a convicted paedophile, right? And then basically there was like he'd done this whole rant on Facebook, and it was basically saying like I done something and I regret it, and I'm going to do an Edinburgh show about it and all this. And then Bobby Mayer put a comment and was just like, "Hey, you know when you don't say what it is, we all think." Oh, you found out what you did. You should totally never say that.
Right, you froze just as you were saying. You know when you don't say what it is, people think.
Oh, sorry. So Bobby Mayer said, you know when you don't say what you did, people think the worst. Then 3 comments later, Bobby Mayer just said, "Hey, I just found out what you did. Yeah, you shouldn't say it."
Good call.
And then the best comments, there's a couple comments later, Bobby Mayer saying, "Yeah, I just found out. Don't say it." But
That's great.
Edinburgh show about it. Oh mate, that would have. Imagine if that Edinburgh show was fucking brilliant. Imagine, it was just brilliant. Everyone was like, "Dude, that show is fucking brilliant." Man.
Do you remember his comeback video, Jamali?
Yeah.
That was the best.
One second. This is him going.
Hold on, I'm gonna go big.
It was him coming from the sideline like this. He went, "Can I come out now?" Everyone just went, "No, bro." No. And then he was like, "Yeah, I've done some bad stuff, but one time I knew a guy, and he said he was in the BMP, and people can change." What the fuck are you saying?
What? I don't remember any of this.
Edinburgh Fringe is about being nonced, not being a nonce. That's what the power hour lies.
Christ.
Not that anyone should ever be, nonced. I don't know if that's a word.
It's too late. Clip
it.
That's wild. Oh, I've just done the most heinous crime in the world of history. Gonna use that for the Fringe.
Yeah.
That'll be a great 5 minutes of tension before the 45 minutes time. That's right.
We are vastly approaching the end of our program. Thank you, everyone who jumped in. Thank you, everyone who followed and subscribed.
Yeah. Thanks for all the raids.
I'm gonna. You know what? This has inspired me. I'm gonna start my own. I've got a Twitch account that I've never done nothing. I'm gonna start my own Twitch show.
Yeah, man. It's really fun. It's really fun.
Yeah.
We release an audio version.
You want to check that out? Get some follows and straight in.
Yeah. What is your Twitch account? If you go turn your Twitch account on right now, we'll raid over to you, and you can have all these followers.
At Jamali Maddox.
Can you turn? Do you have Twitch? Oh, it's right there.
Yeah, 1 second. What is my?
We got it.
You got my Twitch account?
Yeah, but I think we can only raid you if you're live.
If you're if you go live, we can raid you.
Yeah.
All right.
But if not, everybody individually find Jamali and
go follow him.
Marilyn, do you have anything you'd like to plug?
I'm gonna be South for gigs soon.
Nice.
You're gonna be South for gigs. There we go.
But I do storytelling on Twitch. So I'll be telling stories. I
don't know if we have a shout out command. Sorry.
But basically, I'll be Sooth, but just doing spots here and there. I've not gigged since the Fringe, and I thought it'd be awful nice to do some spots again. And then I got some spots next weekend, and I never occurred to me it's the weekend before Christmas, and I've always fled home before that happens. So I think I'm just gonna go and die for 6 days in a row.
Nice.
And then,
I'm streaming.
Cool.
Oh hell yeah! Everyone, we're gonna raid over. Go enjoy. Go find Marilyn for gigs.
And if you aren't for some reason following Mary Lane, obviously follow Mary Lane.
Oh, thank you for following, Mike Dotal Almond. You, my friend.
Oh yeah.
Are now a troggy. Does Ashley write subtitles so Kristen and John can understand Mary Lane? You both caught on the word South at the exact same moment. Ha, ha, ha. Yeah, it took us a second, but we got there. It's just I can do it, but it's just I need a second. I need 1 second to be like, oh, geez.
Yeah. All right, cool. Give him a follow. UTS is following.
So we're gonna raid over. And you guys have anything to plug?
I'm gonna line it up.
I'm on tour next year. So
yeah, go see Jamali on tour.
Yeah, it's fun. Is it the show I saw Jamali at the store?
No, yeah. Same tour.
Yeah, man, go see that. Jamali's awesome.
Yeah,
thanks for coming
very
on,
fun.
guys. Appreciate it. This is so fun.
That's so fun.
It's great time.
It was excellent.
Hey, Jamali, do you still have one of those old school hip hop T-shirts you had at the Fringe a couple of years ago?
Yes.
Do you
The
have one of
Vape Lord
large?
ones?
Yeah, you want one?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I got it for you. I got one for you.
Yeah,
I got
sick.
one for you.
All right,
I've
great.
got a whole
Yeah.
box of them that I can't get rid of.
I'll pay for it. I don't mind. I won't. I've been thinking about it.
I have a picture on my phone of Ed Knight wearing one while he was on stage at 2 North Down.
He tried to wear it on a TV show. He tried to wear it on roast battles, and apparently the runner lady was just like, "Hey, yeah, there's an issue. Ed Knight is wearing a T-shirt with Jamali Maddox's face all over it. Yeah, you can't wear that."
Why not? Why not?
I don't know. They wouldn't wear it.
Jerks.
I'm enjoying watching Jamali in two angles at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot of
What
fun.
do I do? I don't. All right,
Yeah, just keep staying live. We're gonna raid you in a second.
All right, I'm gonna line it up. We're gonna cue the closing video.
Yeah, here's an old lady talking about sex. Thanks for coming in, everybody. Don't forget this
Bye.
week's the last one before Christmas, so come tune into all the shows. We love you.
Come on.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
And that's all. Penis into her vagina. And that's all. And that's called sexual intercourse. Some people call it having sex.